What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, friends and family? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday. Let me hit the applause button for the Friday. I don't even be knowing what day of the week it is no more sometimes. It completely escapes me. Promise you it completely escapes me. What's going on? Greg AB. Dang, is it that obvious? Good God. Greg AB's. hey. Hey. They didn't waste no time. They said Anton looked tired. All right, so listen, Greg AB, I'm gonna give you some insight, big dog. This is a secret just between me and you. Secret just between me and you, Greg AB. Um, I haven't been asleep. I haven't I haven't been asleep. I don't know what to tell you. I haven't been asleep. I haven't left the studio since last night. After I appreciate you, Marlo Reed. I'm gonna read that super chat in the Cash App shortly. Um, I'm a maniac, bro. It's honest to God truth. I'm a maniac, man. A lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes in my life. I'm a certified maniac. Like I don't sometimes I just get in this mood where I just don't sleep or I don't go home or I don't do anything and I just eat, sleep, breathe, work. That's all I want to do is work. I don't know what to do other than to do what I love to do. Is to work. And so if I see something that needs to get done and I feel like just locking in, I don't sleep sometimes. So I apologize for that. And that's real talk. I keep it 100 with you. You want to see what my sleep score is? This was my sleep score yesterday. I took a 3-hour nap. I don't lie. I mean, it just is what it is. Like yesterday, I took a 3-hour nap. I don't know what to do other than to do what I've been doing, man. I am a certified maniac, bro. So my plan is to work all day today, work all last night, and because I don't live stream tonight, um, go to sleep at a regular time tonight, maybe like 11, 12 o'clock tonight. But it's difficult, bro. I'm not gonna cap. It's very, very difficult. And I get it, Greg. I get it. I get it. And I'm sorry. Listen, this weekend I got my beard guy coming by. He gonna clean me up. I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna try to catch up on sleep a little bit. But I am obsessed with work. I'm obsessed with real estate. I'm obsessed with these other businesses that I'm working on. I'm obsessed with transforming my content. I've been working on this rebrand on different channels and stuff. I'm obsessed with producing the shows and giving y'all the best shows possible. I'm obsessed with even using myself as content You know what I'm saying? And so that's how we produce some of the best shows on After Hours. And a lot of people don't understand what it takes to be successful. And so a lot of people talk it, but I don't worry about anybody ever outworking me or beating me because I know that they're not gonna put the hours in. I know that they're not gonna put the hours in, so it doesn't even matter what they could copy. They could do all of these different things, but you'll never be able to put out what we put out. I'm working on this Patreon live stream that we got going on this weekend. So shout out to the Bag Chasers. But unfortunately, unfortunately, it's a gift and a curse, right? The gift is you're willing to sacrifice everything to get it, so you wind up getting it, and it's nothing that they can deny you. And that's the beauty of being in the United States, right? Being in the US, you can work as much as you want, you can make as much as you want, you can do whatever it is that you want. The curse part is that for the most part, I'm not interested in anything else except for working. You miss out on sleep. You miss out on the things that everybody else think is important or interesting. Um, I don't want to do nothing else, bro. I don't want to. I'm not interested in the same type of stuff that everybody else is interested in. And I know that if I want more, or if I want to do certain things, then I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice, and I'm just willing to make the sacrifice. I don't care about none of this stuff. I don't care about none of all of that other stuff. Like y'all see the people on the panel on After Hours, for example, right? And respectfully, they great panelists, all of that stuff. But they all they got to do is pull up to the panel and talk. That's all they got to do is pull up to the panel and talk. I got to make sure that the show is produced. I got to make sure that people get paid. I got to make sure that we find the best content, the best conversations to talk about. I got to manage them and manage their egos and manage whether or not they want to be there, or if they crash out or if they don't crash out. I gotta oversee everything. And then in the morning time, you got contractors. They want to get paid. They gotta be able to get through and do what they want to do. Other contractors working on other contractors, waiting on other contractors to get done with their job so that they can start their job. You got to do all of that. And so I'm just like, somebody asked a question in the chat yesterday. We got a really great show lined up for y'all today. Somebody asked a question in the chat yesterday. And one of the questions, I forgot to answer it, but one of the questions was, do I always build multiple houses at a time? And the answer is yes. And I'm also determined not to take out any bank financing. So I'm not interested in doing any bank financing. Everything has been out of pocket. Sometimes you lose your voice. Sometimes you bypass and they and not able to go on vacation. That's why when I go out of town, let's talk about it. Says you're saying contractors. For what? Give us examples of different contractors if you don't mind. Okay. So in order for the drywall guy to be able to do his job, because we got drywall coming in on one of the properties, we have to have the installation guy do his job. We got to have the electricians do their job so the sump pump can make sure that the basement is not retaining any water. You got to make sure that you see what I'm saying. The framers got to do their job. The excavators got to do their job. So it's almost like a symphony. You're planning out different contractors to come in at different times, and then they have to plan in the jobs based off of other jobs that's around them. And then you have to have inspectors come in and they have to pass the inspection. And so, in order for one person to do their job, another person has to do their job. So you have different contractors. You got electrical, HVAC, you have plumbing, you got building, regular building contractors. You have all of these different people that have to do different things on the job site for you to get the properties built. So that's what I mean by contractors, is that I'm bringing in different people to do different jobs, the roofers and all of these people. So for one person to be able to finish his job, the other person has to finish their everything within the walls has to be done right. All of the electrical has to be done right for you to be able to close up the walls, pass the inspection, close up the walls, and then for us to start doing drywalling. And then the tile guy and the floor people and the painters, they waiting to be able to do their job. So for you to keep things going and for things to go smoothly, you basically have to have a general contractor, which I have, Rita oversees the projects. And so she's working with the architect to schedule, get things done, make sure that people get paid, make sure the inspections get done. And so you got to make sure that they had that symphony going. And while you're doing that, you also have, renters, and you got to collect the rent on this property. And then you got to have grass being installed because you had the renters moved in, but then you had to have the sprinkler system and the fencing in the backyard. And now you're getting a deck put on because, you might have got the inspection and you good. And so people are moving in, but then you said that you was going to have a deck within 6 months of that property, right? And so you want to make sure that you get that done. And you got to make sure that the grass people is working with the sprinkler people so that everything is taken care of. And so you're always going. And so the part that y'all see is me jump on the live stream, having conversations, talking, but you don't see I got another restaurant that I may be working on, right? With a person, I'm the money guy, but at the same time, I have to make sure that they're running the business effectively, right? So I may be a silent investor. They're the face of it. They running the bar or the restaurant, but I'm the person that 100% finances everything. So you got to make sure that is done. You got to make sure that people get paid. You got to, while you checking the stock portfolio. So when I talk about being independent, self-made, I don't have nobody over me. There is nobody to say, hey, Anton, you got to go to work today. Most people, they get up, they go to work every morning, they clock in, clock out, and then they can have their weekend and then they complain about the fact that they got to be at the job for 6, 7, 8 hours. I don't understand that life. When I see people whining and complaining about the fact that they have to go to work in the morning and they only got to work 8 hours and they work 40 hours a week, that escapes me. Because I've never not had 2 jobs at minimum. I've never not had businesses and 2 jobs or 2 jobs and going to school at the same time. Ever since I jumped off the porch at 17, 18 years old, I've always been a highly productive person. Highly productive person. I don't know a life where my girl may not see me for 2 or 3 days. Talk. I pop up on the weekends, you know what I'm saying, and all of that stuff. But I may be sleeping in the trenches. I may be in it so hard to where I may be sleeping 3 hours, 2 hours, and that may be a nap in the daytime to knock the edge off so that I can keep going because I got an agenda or something that I have to achieve. And so a lot of people will never understand that. And so you'll see people on the outside criticize it or they'll say something, but they don't know nothing about hard work. They don't know what the reason that they poor is because they're not willing to make the sacrifice and be entrenched in everything that you do and reinvest everything that you have back into the business. All they know is that they go to work and they get a paycheck. They don't know how the job works. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know that my every waking moment is, and this over the last 24 to 48 hours, all I can think about was, All right, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this because I got to make sure that I live stream for my bag chasers. I got to make sure that this is taken care of. I got to make sure that this is done. Right? Like my goal every day is how do I add more value to the people? How do I make sure that they taken care of? How do I give them more insight? How do I give them my goal this weekend on my live stream that I got planned is to give y'all an edge on the regular over the general population so that y'all can get more money and make better decisions from a business perspective on what's to come. So that's how I live my life. So no, I have not. I mean, I haven't been asleep. I've been immersed in the studio. That's why I have to have a bed at every place that I go to because I need to be able to crash out for an hour or two. You know, when I wind up taking time off or when I wind up traveling and going on vacation, I gotta have at least two hotel rooms, one to work in and one to be able to sleep in and have your girl in, because if if I was in a room working with her in a regular hotel room, she would never be able to sleep because I'm talking, I'm on a phone, I'm taking care of business. I got to have a separate hotel room just to do business in. You know what I'm saying? So any girl that would come into my life, hypothetically, any girl that would come into my life, you would have to understand that you only gonna get 10% of me. You gonna at best 15%, 10, 15%. You'll never be able to get my full attention. I'm never going to be able to say, all right, I'm off of work, so I'm focused on you today, babe. Or I'm a nah. I'll take you out to dinner. I'll bring you out of town with me. And then you gotta go home for half of the trip that I'm out of town because I got some stuff I gotta do. I gotta go record. If you're saying, oh my God, I need a man to spend quality time with, I'm not him. I'm not him. I'm not the person that's gonna be up under you. I'm not the person that is gonna be trying to figure out, what's your love language. I promise you, I will never, ever, ever chase you. I'm not a chase because I don't have no time to be chasing you. What's up with my camera? Why is it doing this? I don't have no time to chase you. Honest to God. So and I will tell you that it's a lot of guys. It's a lot of guys that I know that are very, very productive, that are very, very high powered and all of that stuff. It's a lot of people that are in that same position, and that's the part that they don't tell you about. So it is what it is, but it's Friday, y'all. We in here. I'm gonna try to catch up on sleep this weekend, but I don't know nothing else. I don't know. I don't know no other life. I apologize. I don't know no other life but to go and get it. If I my life philosophy is this. Sometimes we envy the fact that regular people get to do regular things, and those are what we consider luxuries. Sleeping for 8 7 8 hours a day, being able to just go to the park and lay in the grass like a movie. We envy that in a sense, but at the same time, I would never want to live a regular life. I can't. I'm not interested. I don't want to do regular people things. I'm not interested in checking my bank account to try to figure out whether or not I got enough to do plan an event. I just want to go on vacation. Whenever I whenever I decide that I want to go, I want to go. I want to buy what I want to buy. I want to do what I want to do, and I'm willing to make the sacrifice to do. I'm not interested in somebody telling me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I don't want another man to be able to say, "Hey, here." I don't want to depend on somebody else for my paychecks. I don't want to be in the same place as everybody else. I'm just being honest. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. If you're telling me that I have to get in line to wait for somebody to give me something, or I have to depend on the government for myself to survive, I'm gonna tell you that that'll be a cold day in hell. What's the point? What's the point of having all the time on your hands when you ain't got nothing productive to do? It's almost like, do you want to live 100 years or do you want to live 85 winning years? I don't want to live. I don't want to do 115 years poor. Give me a good 80 rich. It says that, and I know that sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? It sounds insane. Give me the best awesome this amount versus giving me a whole lot of time to just sit there and do nothing. I don't want to be. I don't want to just be sitting around waiting, watching. I'm not interested in that. I don't understand guys that choose life in prison over the death penalty. It's weird. I know it's weird as hell. I'm gonna say it again. I don't understand. Somebody said this in the chat. Check it out. He said, Anton, why not just live on your assets? Because it's not just about the money. It's about the fact that we building. It's about building great shit. It's Friday. We gonna talk that talk today. It's not just about the money. The money matters. The productivity matters. It's about doing awesome things. It's about winning. It's about putting numbers on the board. It's about beating the competition. It's about being productive. I'ma work. Why y'all didn't say that to Warren Buffett? He worked through this. He worked all the way through his 90s. He been a billionaire for more than half of his entire life. Nobody told him to slow down. Nobody told Warren Buffett, all right, hey, listen, that's enough. And Elon Musk is a trillionaire. Nobody told him, hey, listen, why don't you just retire? You got enough to live off for the rest of your life. Because productive people didn't get there. They didn't get to be rich because they had an opportunity to make a lot of money. They did it because it wasn't about the money. The money is an accessory to how productive that they are. Because it was never about the money. The money becomes a side character. A money becomes extra in the drive for success and the productivity. That's why I think that men work. Men are supposed to work. That's what we do. We build shit. We make the world easier for everybody else. If we don't do what we do, you don't have a job. That's the thing that people don't understand with socialism, that they want to be a handout. You benefit off of the people that are the capitalists. You benefit off of the people that's not willing to sleep at night. It's a thankless job because we get criticized for the very thing that we create. You get criticized for the success, but at the same time, the world depends on you to pay the majority of the taxes. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I said it. I said, I don't get and I don't understand why people choose life in prison over the death penalty. If I gotta be in the box with a bunch of men for the rest of my life, nigga, give me death. And I'm not appealing. I'm not interested in to appeal. If you're appealing because you innocent, that's one thing. If you're appealing in order to extend an amount of time before you face a death penalty, man, give me death. I'm not about to sit in no box waiting on looking at these men over here. It's listen, I have my time, it's up. I never understood. That is the weirdest thing ever. So wait a minute, you taking a plea deal. oh man, at least he ain't gonna get the death penalty. Nigga, take me out. I'm about to sit here with these motherfuckers inside of this prison, letting it, sweating, building stuff, letting taxpayers pay my way. Man, give me, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. Not interested. So wait a minute, y'all just want to sit up under y'all chicks all day? What y'all gonna do? Be what you think that you're gonna be taking your kids to soccer if you're not working? What are you gonna do? You do realize that I've already experienced this life. I retired when I was 37 in 2019. Sitting around playing Tweedledee and Tweedledum. What you want me to do? You want me to do some work on the lawn? You want me to work in the backyard? Not doing that. I did. I listen, I tried it. I promise to God I tried it. I planted flowers in the garden. I tried that. I went on the roof and I cleaned out the gutters. I tried to be a normal, productive citizen. I'm not interested. I did. I did. It's like a good old experiment. So it was an experiment. I did all of that, bro. Wasn't fun to me. Wasn't nothing fun about it. I tried it. I was trying to figure out, so what's so great? What's so awesome about doing whatever it is that y'all do? Like, do y'all how do y'all feel like sitting around? I was driving down the street yesterday and I seen some people sitting on the porch. Like just sitting there. Are you sitting there looking for content? Are you sitting there working on your business? Are you sitting there doing something? Man, I'm not about to be sitting around. Even if you see me at the meetups, I never sit down. I'm never sitting down at the meetups. I'm over there talking to 1,000 people. I'm working the room. I'm talking to people, hugging, buying drinks. By the time that the meetup is done, I ain't even got no voice no more. I apologize. I just don't have it in me. Can we just be in a regular relationship? No. If you want to be in a regular relationship, go get you a regular nigga. I mean, a regular person. I see we gonna have problems with the. Are we gonna have problems with this today? Is that what we doing? My camera, it's gonna act up today. Is that what we doing? I want more plaques. I want more success. I want everything. I want it all, bro. I just want it all. And I apologize if that offends you or if you can't relate to it or whatever. That's not my intention. It's not my intention. But I do want it. And I don't even, and I do want the money too. I know that that's also a byproduct, but I'm just not interested in sitting around and doing all of this regular stuff. I want up. As I can't sleep through the night, can't sleep through the night. Why do you call when I'm short on cash? Bank rolls on the table. Y'all ready to get started with the show? Not the money, not the fame. You don't like that song? I love that song. It's the first song that I played when I got in my car yesterday. Bank rolls on the table. Not the money, not the fame. What is going on with my camera? Come on, man. What the heck is happening out here in these streets? I'm here to work. All I want is my equipment to act like it got some sense. Shouldn't be that difficult. I need a new muse. I need something to give me some inspiration. I need something to drive me to success. I need a new muse. I need something to chase. That's what I want. Anton, what do you want? I'm about to start this show. I'm looking for something in my phone specifically. Maybe I should search for it different. That just means I got to clean up my phone. I do. It's the iPhone AD. My phone does that too for my streams. Come on, man. We need better. We got to do better. You gonna put me on American Idol? I appreciate it. All right, y'all. The first thing that I want to get into today, now that we got the people in the building, is there's a lot of people saying that they want to move back to the United States. There's some people that say that I'm gonna read the super chats and Cash App shortly. There's some people that say that they want to move out of the U.S. And then there's other people that say that they want to stay in the U.S. or they looking to come back to the U.S. Check it out. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
My name is Steph, and my now ex-husband and I moved to Italy about 15 months ago, and this is why I'm moving back to the States. I'm probably gonna get so much hate for this video, but I'm just living my truth. So first and most importantly, I have had by far the hardest year of my entire life, and my life just feels like so incredibly out of alignment. And with me being a very spiritual person, I really listen to the signs from the universe. And with everything that's been happening in my life, I feel like the universe is guiding me towards like a different life, a different path. And so even though I absolutely adore Florence, I will always love this city, I feel called to a different life in a different area. So that's by far the most important. Second of all, I find the life in Italy to be difficult. Now, I may come across really spoiled and entitled. There are so many positive things about living here, and I'll definitely note those as well. But I lived in New York City for a long time, and then I lived in Los Angeles after that for a long time. The reason I left New York is because I don't love a commuter kind of lifestyle, like you have to walk everywhere. Here, I go get my groceries, I walk 10 minutes home with them. More on I literally commute everywhere by foot. I live a little outside the city because I have 3 dogs and I have to in order to have a garden. And in this heat, I am just not enjoying life right now. And to piggyback off of that, when I was talking about like having to live outside of the city because of having a garden, there are definitely places in Florence that have gardens, but they are so coveted that they don't come on the market very often. And if they do, on the conservative side, I would be paying about, and I'll convert this to dollars, I'll be paying about $1,900 per month to have a basic one bedroom apartment in Florence that has a tiny courtyard or garden. And I can pay that in Southern California and get a lot more space and a lot more newness and also have that lifestyle. I greatly miss the ease of living in the United States, like jumping into your air conditioned car, driving where you need to go, unloading your groceries from your car. Just everything is more convenient. Next, like obviously it is a very sort of romantic life to live. Like there's beauty around literally every corner and there's so much to discover here. It's really an incredible city. There's so much here, but I still feel like such a foreigner here. Like everything that I have to get done on a day-to-day basis, like the reality of my day-to-day is just always hard. Like I have to ask an Italian person to help me schedule appointments, to do really anything. And if you followed along with my videos at all, then you've seen all of the things that I've been through in Italian hospitals and Italian bureaucracy. And look, like I will take full accountability. I have not been great about learning the language. Everyone in my life, for the most part, speaks English. I've been really lazy. So a lot of that is just my bad.
I don't even understand. You know what's so weird about that? Because I understand what she's saying. But you know what's so weird about what she's saying? It's people that are here in the US and they live here their entire lives and they don't even speak English. There are people, migrants, illegal migrants that come into the United States and they don't speak a lick of English. And I think to myself, how are you able to survive 20, 30, 40, 50 years here and you're not able to speak a lick of English? That is so weird to me. And so it's her being able to communicate that she doesn't speak the language, which makes it much more difficult to live in a foreign place, makes sense. But I don't understand how people are able to live here in the US and they're not able to speak the language and they're able to make it through and get by. And I'm like, that's the first red flag. All day long. That's red flag all day. Matter of fact, it's so bad to where if you go to certain places in the US, for you to really thrive and make as much money as possible, you have to be bilingual. All right, listen, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I'm sorry. I got to fix this because I can't do this the whole show. Give me a second. I gotta fix this. This ain't right. Um, bank rolls on the table. I gotta fix this. I can't. All right. I don't know what's going on here. I gotta fix this. This literally might just be a meaning for me to say, you know what, Anton? You know what, Anton? Let's just go ahead and do something different. Remove from switcher, add. How is this not working? I don't understand this. Now it's not. Now it's. No, 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 no. I don't want that. All right. They don't have nothing to do with the Wi-Fi. It's the device.
Um, but it is just something that's very difficult for me. So next is that I still work for US based companies, and my hours of work are leaning towards like starting at 3 to 5 p.m. and going until 1 to 2 in the morning. And I am someone who really enjoys working in the morning. I'm most productive in the morning. When I lived in Los Angeles, I worked remotely for Estee Lauder companies. I woke up and I worked from like 6:30 to like 3:30, and I love that lifestyle. I'm not a night person. Like, I don't like working into the night. That is not enjoyable for me. Next, I just love a city that focus itself around health and wellness. And not saying that Florence isn't that, but it's just you notice a difference between that and like Southern California, right? Like, I miss salads. I miss like all the different fitness studios, class pass. Most of all, I miss the ocean. Like, I am such a beach community kind of girl. That is where I thrive and I feel most myself. So that is another reason that I'm moving back to Southern California. I mean,
A lot of people are actually just spoiled. Real talk. Most of us think that we want to live in a different place. Most of us think that we want to live in a different country. We don't. We don't. We don't. We want to complain about the situation that we in. Living in a different place or getting tired of America for a lot of people is almost like just being in a relationship. You're never not going to be in a relationship, but sometimes you go to a different place and then you appreciate the fact that, you know what, I really do like being with people. I like being in a relationship. And we're just spoiled here in the US. And we get used to certain things, and because it's normalized for us, we don't appreciate it the same way that other people do. And it takes for us to not be there to appreciate it. And I'm not even gonna cap. I try to see what y'all see and being interested in living in the outside of the country and all of the different nice places. I mean, even in Tokyo, I think that Tokyo was probably one of the dopest places I've ever visited in my entire life. And I ain't gonna even cap. I was homesick. At the time that I jumped on the plane, I enjoyed my time there. And then I think I was there for like a little over a week. On the day that it was time to go home, I was like, you know what? I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. I was ready to come home. I was ready to come home and get these American cars. Man, I couldn't find an American car there outside of Tesla. Man, I wanted to see a Charger, Challenger, Hellcat so bad. I wanted to see a Escalade, Cadillac, Lincoln, Corvette so bad. I wanted to see the C8 so bad. Real talk. Real talk. I was so tired of them little small K car looking cars and junk. I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is cool. This is cool. I wanted to see black women. I ain't gonna cap. Wanted to see black women. And I'm like, listen, I know all of you anime character looking chicks over here, y'all cool, but I just ain't into y'all the way that maybe some other guys may be into y'all. I'm just not feeling it at all. And so the life that we curate, and different people curate different lives here in the US, depending on where you at and what you're talking about, right? What up, Tabby? They curate different lives. People in California, they get used to that weather. You know how y'all, a lot of times y'all say, man, I can't do the cold. That's the same way that people throughout the whole country feel about different places that they visit. It's people that be like, man, I love living in Arizona. And then other people like, man, I could never do 110 heat. It's people that live on the West Coast and they're like, man, y'all ain't got no beaches over there in New York. Y'all, it's a lot of farmland out here in Texas. It's people in New York that say, man, I don't want to be in no place where my neighbor is a mile down the road. But guess what? Here in America, you can pick where you want to live and do what you want to do. You can pick where you want to live and do what you want to do. I'll tell you one of my guilty pleasures, or not even a guilty pleasure, but something that I've never, ever been able to adjust to. And I know that there's people that are watching this show right now that can probably relate to me, right? I shoot out to, and for those of you in Michigan, you know where Birmingham is, you know where Livonia is, you know where Royal Oak is, you know where Troy is. All of these are very wealthy suburbs. West Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills, Beverly Hills here in Michigan. All of these are surrounding cities around Detroit. So they call it Metro Detroit, right? And I get invited to a lot of these car shows and Cars and Coffee, and they say, bring the Challenger or bring the Lamb, bring all of these different cars, right? And so one of the things that me and my daughter bond over is cars. She like taking her M3. She just ordered a new plate, custom license plate. She do all of this custom work on her car, getting it tuned. A lot of y'all may know that. She got a TRX. I got different cars or whatever. And so you go to these different car shows, you interact with these people, and it's cool. It's cool, straight up. But you know what the thing that I'm trying to break it in my core. On everything, I'm trying to break it in my core. Bruh, ain't nothing like pulling up to Belle Isle in the city. Ain't nothing like pulling up, and I ain't gonna say some of the spots that I'm frequent or whatever. Ain't nothing like pulling up to the spot with the homies and chopping it up. It's a different feeling when you in the spot with the people versus in the spot with people that may, you know what I'm saying, that is on that other different type of time. I can't explain it. I don't know how to communicate it effectively. I don't know how to say it. But the feeling that you get kicking in with people and you do like this when you meet somebody is different than pulling up with somebody and doing like this. Chandler Park, Rouge Park. I was in Chandler Park last weekend. It's different. I don't know how to explain it. I know it's toxic in a way, in a bit, but it's a different feeling, and that's why it's hard for me to get away from Detroit, because it's a different type of feeling. It's a different type of environment. When you on Jefferson, that's a fact. Jefferson, Gratiot, or you go down the Avenue of Fashion, you on Livernois and you kicking it and you slow motion, and you just like, nah, bro, what's going on? Whatever. One of the things that my daughter said, one of the things that my daughter was saying, it's different hanging out with niggas that drive. I just got a text message from one of the homies. Just got a text message literally right now at 10:16 a.m. This feel different to me. I ain't gonna show his number. Hey, Mr. Daniels, this the guy that was in the Monte Carlo yesterday with the Flames. Let me know what's a good time or day to call you. I pulled up on the side of you and I thought it was a white guy or Arab. And I was like, yo, that's Mr. Daniels. Good look, big homie. That was a proud moment. This just came through right now, literally right now. At 10:16 a.m., you can see it on my screen. Pulling up and kicking it and jumping out the car, and we was chopping it up with homie and the Monte Carlo. For me personally, feel better than to be sitting there talking with the guy that owns the business or the lawyer. And that's cool. I rock with the dudes that is the lawyers, and I chop it up with everybody. But I like kicking it with the dudes that rock it, that be rolling in the Monte Carlos. I like the Grand Nationals. And so every day that I'm out in the streets, and a lot of people there, listen, don't let them lie to you. They love me in the city. They love me in the city. They love me here. And that's why I like being here. I like chilling. You know what I'm saying? I like Buick Regals and Caprice Classics and 96 Impalas. Chances are you might not see a 96 Impala if you pull up to the Cars and Coffee. You might not see the 96 Impala. You know? You may not see the Grand Marquis. You may not see the Donk. You may not see the 94, the 80, the 96 Marauder. The what is it? The 94? 04 Marauder. You may not see the 04 Marauders. And so that's where I do. I chop it up with the people and we be kicking it, and it be on some love stuff. When we was at the car show the other day, and Les said, she said, Dad, you were only was talking to those guys for those you was talking to those guys for a long time. And y'all was just talking about cars and all of this other stuff. I don't know what to tell you. They can't we was talking about some real stuff. We was talking about some real stuff. Trail Mercy says you like being inspirational. That's what it is. No, 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 no. That's not what it is. Listen, listen, listen. When I'm in the city in real life, and those of y'all that have actually met me on the meetups, wherever it is that y'all have met me, it's a lot of people in here that has chopped it up with me in real life. I'm not no Hollywood type of dude. I am a regular person, kicking it, slow motion, talking about the hoes, talking about the cars, talking about what the city didn't transfer, what high school we went to, all of that. I'm not that. What people see me as on the internet is different than how you interact with me in real life. When you interact with me in real life, I'm hugging, I'm what's going on, man? Oh, dog, why you ain't telling me you was pulling up? That's the person that I am. And to be honest with you, it can be dangerous because I know that the more visibility that you get, the more of a target you become, because it only take one dude that may not like you to mess it all up. And so I have to be careful to protect, and that's why people protect me from myself a lot of times. But I'm not on none of that Hollywood stuff, man. I'm chilling. And I truly believe this is why we gotta yeah, I said hoes, wavy games. If you don't understand the way that I talk the way I talk. And so what I'm translating this video to mean for me, because different things mean different things for different people. What I translate this video to mean for me is we too busy trying to be like everybody else instead of embracing who we are authentically as Americans. An American means a lot of different things, and it embraces a lot of different ways and cultures, white culture, black culture, all of that, right? At the end of the day, we are Americans. I don't want to be like, respect to the people in Italy. I love going to soccer matches, football. And then I love basketball. I don't want to try to adapt to be like y'all. I'm not interested in learning like I want to see your culture and I want to appreciate it, but I don't want to live the way that you live in the country that you live in. I'm not interested in doing what you do. I'm not interested in adapting and man, if you come to this country, you have to be different. I respect that. I think that every country should be respected according to its culture. But I am a full blooded, born and raised, United States of the Americas person, bro. I'm not interested. I don't care about what your customs are. I only care about that if I visit it, and I'll respect your customs. But we have to be a lot more vigilant in protecting the United States instead of letting everybody come in here and say and do what they want to do. We so busy trying to make it comfortable for everybody that visit instead of saying, yo, this is who we are. This is what we do over here. Now, I do think it's some things that we need to clean up in America. I do think it's some things that we need to fight for. I think it's some things that we need to adapt to. But I'm not interested in going to your spot and trying to adapt to what you got going on. I like my own house. I like my own house. I was reading about AC over in Europe. I don't want to be over there. Y'all don't even wear deodorant. Have y'all seen the Indians over in India? Y'all seen how they rock? I don't want to live like Russians. I'm not interested in living like they live in China. Listen, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. A lot of people keep saying BYD. Oh my God. We don't give a F about no BYD. I don't care about no Geely cars. I'm not interested in having your little stupid electric motor, and we only can have electric motors. I don't want to do your little dumb cars. I think your cars are stupid. Now, there are some cars over in Japan and stuff that I rock with. The GTR, shout out to Godzilla and all of that. The Nismo. I don't want to do your cars. Keep your little stupid cars over where you are. I'm not interested in your cars. I don't care about adapting to your culture. I don't want to do a palm reader scan in order to pay for my stuff. I'm not interested. You said other people stink. Yeah, they don't be having deodorant. And it's normal. Their nostrils have adapted to other people that don't wear deodorant. And then that's when, listen, some of y'all work in the office with them. And I don't have a corporate job, so I can say it. Some of y'all work in the office with them. And they come in musty, ain't got a dot of deodorant on, and y'all just make it accommodating. And so you just gotta hold your breath. Every time that you're around them, you gotta hold your breath. Because don't nobody tell them, hey, you know we wear deodorant over here, big dog, right? Yeah, if you don't like the chemicals in it, they got some other types of deodorant, but shit, bruh, you offending people. So we don't want to have an uncomfortable conversation and help them to understand what the culture is because we got to adapt to how they feel. In our culture, we only wear sandals, even in the wintertime. Well, guess what? This restaurant, we don't do open toe sandals in this restaurant. So we don't serve people that don't have open toe sandals. I understand that your culture think differently, but if you want to come in this restaurant in the United States of the Americas, we cover our feet. Got it? And when I come to your country and I want some goop scoop with a side of poop, then I'll make the adjustment. But I don't want no goop scoop with a side of poop in my meal. They say over in some of these other countries that they have tea time and everybody stops working at this time and we have tea time and everybody takes snaps and whatever. If that's the life that you want to live, cool. I don't want to do tea time. I want to work through my break so that I can make as much money as possible so that I can go and get this watch that I got on that I'm looking for. And I want to do what I want to do. Look at Abe. Abe is always miss the play, miss the message. Would you tell Christ to cover his feet? If he wanted to get served in his restaurant, I think that Christ, see, the thing that the word says, and this is the part that people miss, because they want to say, oh, well, would you tell Christ? You know what the word says? You know what the word says? It says respect the rules and the laws of the place that you're in. That's what the words say. It don't say you do what you want to do when you want to do it. It says that you have to respect the rules and the laws of the country. That's what the words say. See, y'all could try that on somebody that's not familiar and is not girded up and understand what the word of God say. The word of God says you have to adapt to the environment that you're in and you have to respect the rules and the laws of the land. That's what the words say. So to answer your question, if the word is God and the word is with God and it's a living word, so that means that Jesus would adapt to the circumstances in order to make it make sense. Guess what? When Christ was walking around on earth, he didn't walk around as an angel. He walked around as a human being. Why didn't he just walk around and show his benevolence? Why did God give his only begotten son and then make him in human form? Because he gave him to us so that he would actually be able to be something that we can relate to. So maybe you need to change the question so that you have a better understanding of how it is that we need to approach things when we respect other people. That's why I said I would respect their culture. If you go over to Dubai, you do things according to the way that they do it, or you don't go. Or you don't go. You can't do what you want to do when you want to do it in other people's houses. Any more questions? I hate when people try to make it seem like that. I hate when people try to twist and finesse the word to make it mean what they want it to mean so that they can get it off. No, that's not what the word says. It's not what the word says. It's a reason why he went around doing the things that he did the way that he did it. Abe says, AD, I don't think you understand who I am because I'm not subscribed to your show. You here. I don't need to understand who you are. You need to understand who we are. This is the Millionaire Morning Show, not Abe, the Abe Show. Now, if you did decide to start your own channel and you wanted to go in and do things your way, then you can go and set the rules. But over here, I don't have to understand you because I'm not watching you. You watching me. I'm interacting with you. It's a difference. Okay, Pumpkin? Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Chasers, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link to the Patreon is in the description. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. I don't think you understand who I am, but you understand who I am. We know that. We already know that. Ah, yeah. I had to transfer some money so that I could pay for this drywall. That should have hit already. I think we about to get into the show. I'm about to read some of these cash apps and super chats. Oh yeah. Let me acknowledge the people that support the platform. The invitations to the meetup in DC are not closed. You are welcome to come if you're a bag chaser. The information will be inside of the Patreon. Ian Harrell. Shout out to Ian Harrell. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ian. Mike that dude. What up, Mike that dude? Thank you for holding me down. John Teal. Thank you, John. Says we don't negotiate with terrorists. I agree. I agree. Actually, this quote was from yesterday. I never changed it. It says, we all must suffer from one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So you can either suffer to get to it, or you can suffer as a result of not doing it. But either way, you got to go through it. Either you can suffer from not doing what you needed to do, or you can suffer so that you can do what you want to do. But either way, suffering is here, baby. You got to go through it. There's no way. It's no ifs, ands, or buts over it, around it, through it. So suffer for the right reason. Don't suffer because of neglect. I thought it was such a good quote. I didn't even change it. Terrible People Podcast in the building says AD is a segment of your profiler series and playlist of suspect only limited to the dusty ones who rob people. Just asking because I'm highly interested in what's in their playlist. It's not limited, my friend. Not limited at all. James Horton says, at work, ready for some good content? Facts. Marlo, hey, Fa Brown tried to get me to not stream today either. I may not stream for 4 hours, but I'm definitely gonna stream on a Friday. What up to my dog Marlo Reed? Thank you, Marlo Reed. Yeah. Ms. Know-It-All. I like that name. Kind of hot. Happy Friday derailment show. What up, Ms. Know-It-All? Curtis Taylor in the building says, what do you think about Base 44 AI platform? Yeah, I see the advertisements all the time. Do you use it? Patreon video about it. Shout out to the Bag Chasers. I haven't used it. I see it all the time. Base 44. I see it all the time. I haven't used it, so I don't have an opinion about it, but I can buy it and use it and tell you what I think about it if you want me to. We need you, fam. Get your rest. I'm going to rest over the weekend, Ken. I got you. Top Notch Crocker says, good morning, AD. Please check out the story of the South Carolina missing 4-year-old girl. Javia's chemical dissolved remains were poured into a lake. Email it to me and I'll check it out. We can check it out today. Mr. Lott in the building. What up to my dog, Mr. Lott? They're just showing appreciation for the insight. Bro, Mr. Lott, thank you, man. I can't wait to run into you again in D.C. I don't think Mr. Lott be outside the way that he need to be because I'll be in the streets. And I ain't ran into Mr. Lott this summer. Well, the summer just started, so I give him a little bit of grace. Shout out to my dog, Mr. Lott. Harold Burns says, Anton, you have my attention on work. It's all I do. I'm not on your level yet, but I'm building solo, no stress over gas or eggs. I'm debt free. Yeah. Chris Cunningham in the building says, can we derail today? I'm in a I just did, bro. Marlo Reed says, I love you to life, my bro. I've been following you for years and your work ethic is amazing. I work 6 or 7 days a week. I cash in my vacation to grind. Stay strong. Prayers are with you. Thank you, my friend. I'm the type of person that like to get a payout at the end of the year for my vacation time. That's me. Shout out to you, big dog. Casual Germ says she's the type that misses those run clubs. Run clubs ain't nothing but sex clubs. TS Car Wash and Detail Services. My bro passed today, 36 years. Hey, man, prayers up. Prayers up to TS Car Wash and Detail Service and his family and his friends and his brother and everybody, bro. Man, you got family over here. Prayers up. I hope everything work out for you, bro. I'm praying for you, man. Bless you, bro. I hope your family is doing okay. Bad Habit says, what it do, big dog? Can you play that new Future Konichiwa? I listened to like 3 songs of Future last night. I'm going to listen to it hardcore today. Fa says SpaceX is down another 5%. In other words, the great philosopher Adrian Broner, I ain't going to lie, I'm getting cooked, should have listened. Wait a minute. Fa Brown. Fa. Fa, are you telling me that you went against what I told y'all to do inside of the Patreon? Come on, Fa. What are you doing? Why do you like throwing money away? Jesus. Fa, why would you do that? Fa Brown just do what he want to do. We go through, we talk about the numbers on Patreon. We break it down. I tell y'all what y'all should and shouldn't do. Fa determines that he wants to get in high and lose a lot of money. Yes, Fa, I'm bringing you to the front of the congregation. Fa said, oh, Anton, I'm not going to worry about it. Year to date, SpaceX is down 8%. Now, I said, do not buy SpaceX. I know it's going to seem cute. I know that everybody is, I broke the numbers down specifically. I'm doing another stock club this weekend. So tune in. All right. I said, don't buy SpaceX right now. I'm not going to tell you the reasons why. We went over it inside of the Patreon. Fa says, well, you know what? I don't know. I'm ready to prove Anton wrong. Now, Fa knows that since 2021, that's when I started the Patreon, 2021, that I have not missed. I have not missed on one call, not one. I've been giving y'all stock tips. I've been breaking it down. I've been telling y'all how to invest y'all money. I show y'all my portfolio. I have not lost at all. I have not lost at not one time, not 1 year, not one call, not one pick, not ever. There is nobody, not one person that can sit there and say, Anton lost me money. Anton's pick was wrong. In all of these years I've been on the internet, I've been on the internet for 13, 14, 15 years. If there is any person that is looking to say, man, Anton scammed me, Anton did this, Anton took some money, or Anton lost me money, they've always you know what the detractors did? They just went away. They just said, you know what? Nah, we may not necessarily like that he talk about the hoes, but let's be clear, this nigga ain't never lost. Fa, what are you doing? What are you doing, Fa? What are you doing, Fa? You like throwing money out the window? I showed the charts. I showed the earnings. I showed the projections. I showed the Fa said, I'ma do what I want to do when I want to do it. Fa, you don't even have to think for yourself. All you have to do is go based off of what it is that we already said. Oh, Fa. Fa. Rebellious. He just be being rebellious. I told him about that on the coaching calls too. I told him about it on the coaching calls. I said, Fa, you can't just do what you want to do, bro. This weekend, Saturday or Sunday morning. I prefer to do Sunday morning, but probably Saturday. I need to sleep in. What is Fa doing, bro? Look at it. This is year to date. Look at SpaceX tearing y'all out the frame because y'all just wanted to buy into the hype. Tearing y'all out the frame, kicking your butt and taking names. Let Fa be a lesson, right? Let him be the lesson. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Fa said, I'm going to do what I'm doing anyway. Love D. Williams says, love this stimulating conversations on your show. Good job. What up, D? I always see you in the chat. I love you. All love to everybody in the chat, says TS. We love you, bro. We genuinely love you in real life. Mitch's wife, a CCP agent, leaving to China is crazy, says Leroy. What up, Leroy? What up? This is why people donate so much. Thank you so much for the insight in the game. Let me give you the round of applause. What up? What up, Mr. Nelson? I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for supporting the platform. Fa just bought a dip. Hey, Fa bought what he thought was the dip. Chris. Curtis Taylor in the building says, I bought in an IPO and dumped all of the shares at 200, so I went against you too, but I saved myself. So basically, we got a different investment philosophy. The things that we invest in, we look to be in it in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So, you gambled. That's not investing. That's gambling right there. But some people gamble. That's cool. San Juan says, bought the dip and the dip kept dipping. Oh, Fa's crazy. Shout out to Just Christian Black. Appreciate you for holding me down, bro. Mr. Law says, did you cover that pilot that jumped out of the plane on his student? No, I ain't seen no pilot that jumped out of the plane. When the pilot jumped out of the plane? We done made so much money in the Patreon. Literally, we done made millions of dollars. And Fa said, we going to go ahead and do the Fa. Oh, that was hilarious. Well, at least he admitted it, because very few people admit it. All right. I want to get into this next conversation, and it's Nolan Wells. So this is his parents. His parents are speaking out for the first time, along with Ben Crump. I have not seen this yet. I have not looked at it. I'm looking at it for the first time in the same way that y'all are. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
More on the mysterious death of Nolan Wells. We're joined by his parents, Christine and Elmore Wansley, as well as their attorney, Ben Crump. And before we get started, first off, I want to thank you for being here under these circumstances. Know how extremely tough it must be, and we can express how sorry we are for you and your family. And first question, how are you two holding up?
Taking it second by second.
Day by day.
Second by second and day by day, which we all can understand. And I just want to ask you, the friends that Nolan traveled to Horn Island with, they say that he stayed behind voluntarily. Why would he stay behind?
That we cannot answer. I can't fathom why he would.
I don't know why he would. We always taught him to, if you go with a group, you stay with a group. Mm-hmm. Even when he was in college, he would say, Dad, well, we're gonna ride down to a party or something in another city. Now, so I was telling him, look, if you go with 5, you come back with 5. Do not separate from your group. Because I always said, safety is in numbers. Mm-hmm. And he always said, yes, sir. So he knew to stay with his group. So why would he split from his group? I don't know.
So that would have been unusual for him to split from the group. Yeah. And you said he would always check in with you. Did he check in with you that day?
So that day, no, I don't. But of course, too, they were on the boat. And usually when he is out there, which it's not uncommon, he's, I think, since last year, he's been going there occasionally with his friends. And so it would always just be like, hey, Mom, I'm back, type of thing. But this time there was no call or text from him. It was from his friend.
And then too,
so the friend actually
didn't worry a lot about it because it was his last weekend to have fun. Because that Monday he had to report to school. We was preparing to take him back for camp to prepare for the season. So, we understand he wanted to have his last hurrah before he locked down and get ready for the season. Because, like I said, the entire summer, he's training. He got more serious. He started to understand what I was trying to tell him about football, not just being fun, but as you get farther in it, it becomes a business. If you want to excel, and you have to understand, and you have to understand both at the same time.
And we know, Ben, that you said that you're going to do an independent investigation.
Yes.
And you say
even why didn't his body wash up with the tide on Sunday? Why would it come on Monday? It's not adding up. And that is the problem when you think about the history of Mississippi.
yeah, so there's so
Oh, hold on. Let's stop, because they throw in little things in there to try to make it seem like it's Mississippi, right? Because Mississippi and the South has a reputation, and so they try to pin it on all of Mississippi instead of saying the friends or the family or the people that he was with, or it's not adding up, right? And as we get more information, I'm questioning it too, right? Because yeah, it makes sense if you want to stay back with a chick, but at the same time, don't nobody know that, right? Like it's weird, man. It sounds crazy, but Ben Crump. Well, let me break this down in multiple different sections, right? Ben Crump, in my opinion, he don't even sound competent. You know how when I did the interview with Sean Kent, right? And when Sean Kent was having a conversation with me and he was breaking it down and he was communicating effectively, Ben Crump don't even sound like he know how to put words together. You don't really hear him a lot of times. You usually just see him standing with the family like an Al Sharpton or whatever. But the first thing that they're doing is they're making this a race-based conversation. They're making it a race-based conversation to try to make it seem like it's racial. Before we even find out all of the information, before we find out if it's a toxicology report, before we find out, the cause of death, they already making it a racial conversation by saying Mississippi. And that's an unfair assessment. But at the same time, I understand the parents, and the parents are vulnerable. A lot of times, I give the parents all the grace in the world. I have nothing bad to say about the parents whatsoever, because they just trying to do anything that they can to find answers. And so when your kid turn up dead, you liable to be even exploited and to hear anything from anybody that put it in your ear. And so that's why you need true people, true friends that have your back, that want the best for you, to be in your corner, because they are the ones that are going to keep you sane. They are the ones that are going to keep you logical. They are the ones that are going to be able to you know what I'm saying, let you crash out, but at the same time, not let you say nothing crazy. They're not going to let you get exploited. This is why you need true friends in your life, because real friends are not going to let you jump off the bridge with every single thing that anybody say to them, and then they're going to lean into it, because you already hysterical, you already emotional, because that's your son. You love your son, you love your kids. And so I'm not going to pin any of the opinions, the situation. I don't have anything to say negative about the parents, because it does seem like foul play. It's not adding up. And as we get more information and all of this different stuff, we going to piece it together and we going to figure out what's going on. But I understand the family. I understand the parents feeling some type of way, because I'll be on some crash out stuff too. But I hate when people exploit people that are going through something to try to make it seem like it's something that is not. And they playing off somebody's emotions that can't control their emotions at the time, because it's a life event that happened. It's a life event that happens. So I would like to know more about what happened. And somebody asked in the chat, they said, what is Life 360? Life 360 is it's like Find My, when you have people that you follow, but it seems like it's a lot more robust. right? You can track the different locations and all of this stuff. Find My, for the most part, just shows where you at the time. Life 360, I don't use Life 360, but I heard, according to them, it tracks every single spot that you stopped at, locations and all of that. So the fact that they had Life 360 on their kid shows you that they were not neglectful parents. They actually seem like they were good parents in this boy's life.
Any questions that need to be answered? And is there anything you'd like people to know about Nolan? What would you like them to know about your son?
Man, that's hard. That's heartbreaking.
No,
It's okay.
Nolan. Take your time. Nolan was.
And let me also say this. When it comes to your child, because a lot of people be making it about money and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons I truly didn't understand the Carmelo Anthony case. I didn't understand his parents and the moves that the parents was making. When it comes to your kid, there is no amount of money that anybody could give you. And when you love your kid, when you truly, truly adore your kid, it ain't even about no money. It ain't about no lawsuit towards the state. It ain't about getting no money. There is no amount of money. I don't care if it's $1 billion. There is zero amount of money that you can give me that can compensate for my child and something happened to my child that can't be, that you know what I'm saying? It's for some people, it ain't about the money. It ain't never about the money when it comes to your kid. When I be seeing people that be getting lawsuits from family members and stuff like that, man, don't nobody give a piss about no money. I want my kid back. It ain't $1 billion. There's no amount of money that you can give me on this earth that would cost for me to sacrifice my kid. At all. At all. It ain't no dollar amount. There is $0 amounts that you can give me. At all. Not at all. So I get it, bro. Like, I give all the grace in the world to the parents, all the grace in the world to the father, all of the grace of the world to the mother. You can't tell people how to react. You can't tell people how to deal with grief. You can't tell people how to do none of that junk, man. This is heartbreaking.
He was very loving. He was liked by all. It was not a friend that he couldn't make.
No, we'll be right back with more for the parents of Nolan Wells and attorney Ben Crump. We're back now on GMA with the parents of Nolan Wells, Christine and Elmore Wansley. And I want you to please continue to tell us what you want the world to know about your son.
So Nolan
Had to get her together.
just like this bright light, right? Walk into a room, his smile, his energy was just so infectious. Like it's almost like he drew you into him. And he was just one of those people, like he always wanted everyone to be included. He didn't want anyone to feel left out. I remember one of his teachers emailing us. I can't remember what grade he was in, but.
That's messed up. And you know why it's so messed up? Because you can't even blame the parents. You know how a lot of times we'll say, well, it's because they ain't had no father in their life or this and that and so on and so forth. This ain't that. Said, did the boy drown? We don't know yet. They still doing an autopsy and stuff. This ain't one of them situations where it's a broken home or the father is not involved or they didn't pour into their child or anything like that. This is just a straight up messed up situation. Toe up, bro. Toe up.
Nolan got everyone to put their hands down because he wanted that student to answer. And so student answers the question and she was like, Christine, the classroom, Nolan went crazy and everyone else started going crazy, just celebrating that child, making them feel included. And that was the person he was. Like he loved everyone. And I always told Nolan, like, you have to be careful when you have such a big heart like that. I love that God blessed you with that, but you have to be careful with that because, that it's not always returned, that type of love. But he was just genuinely a good person. Like I always say, all the best parts of me are with him.
And Dad, anything else you want to add?
It's just, he's gonna be really missed.
Why is Ben Crump there? I don't understand. It just honestly, for me, it takes away from the situation to see him sitting there. It takes away from the situation to see him sitting there for me.
I know a lot of his teammates, they all look to him as a leader. He's more like a silent leader. Not real big on words, more on action, which is kind of like I was. I really wasn't real big on talking. I really wanted to show you and you follow me, and people followed him. And it's gravitated. He put in the work, he worked hard, and he knew he was focused on what he wanted. And he wanted to make life better for, his family. He wanted to have his own family. He used to say, Dad, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. I said, well, son, you got to take it one step at a time. Slow down, let's go, let's walk this thing out. Let's train,
Gerald.
let's sign our deals,
Facts.
let's make these teams, make these camps, put the work in, and everything else will work out. Even his baby brother, their bond got even stronger because now I have a big brother that he's finna do something, so now I want to outdo that. So his focus and his confidence has got even better. So I was looking forward to both of them having outstanding years.
Seasons,
He seemed like he inspired in the home and he inspired
Absolutely.
outside of the home. And Attorney Crump, where do we go from here? What's next?
Well, the deleted messages that Christina was going to
So-
briefly touch on, we want to get the phone and figure that out.
Backtrack on that. When we finally got his phone, me and my sister went through the phone. We went in his Snapchat. He had 2 accounts, absolutely nothing. It wasn't even 24 hours, which is how long videos and pictures stay in Snapchat. And I was just like, that can't be. Like, I've seen Nolan whenever he snaps, like when he goes and he's having fun, like he does videos. Like, there was absolutely nothing, no saved videos. And even my sister was like, yeah, that's suspicious,
Michael.
I need to clean up my phone. That's one of the things that I need to do. I really do need to clean up my phone because you know what? That's what I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm gonna do that this weekend. I'm gonna clean up my device, and because if anything was to ever happen to me, hey, listen. If anything was to ever happen to me, bury my device with me. Don't even go through it. Don't even go through my device. Just take it off. Throw it in the casket with me, and let it go. Let it go down. Let it go down with it. Just bury it in there. Just act like it never happened. Real talk. Just throw my phone away. Just burn it. Burn my device. Burn both of them. Burn the orange one first, and then burn the blue one next. All right. Burn both of them joints. Burn my Apple Watch. Just burn the Apple Watch. Burn it all. Burn it all. All right. I'm so serious. Burn it.
We're having an independent autopsy done at the behest of his family. Colin Kaepernick helped pay for the independent autopsy. We flew his body up from Mississippi to D.C. because they wanted an autopsy done by a person with no interaction with the Mississippi law enforcement, because there's an issue of trust here that is really important. And the fact that they keep trying to say, well, suggesting it was a drowning, but nobody out there reported him drowning, it's not adding up, Michael Strahan. It is not adding up.
And honestly, we are doing this because at the end of the day, I would hope any parent would fight for their kids to find out if anything happened, what did happen. So we just want honesty and transparency. We want a thorough investigation. We want that same respect that would be given to anybody else, and that's it. We just want answers.
Well, we really appreciate all of you being here.
Prayers up for the family. I hope that everything works out for them. I don't think that any family needs to be burying a kid. Good God. You know, I got all of the smoke in the world when I see kids do bad things, meaning that if I see you rob a store, I see you kill somebody or something like that, the little bad kids or whatever, I got smoke for them. Yo, it's your parents' fault. We need to hold the parents accountable and all of that stuff. But in the event that something like this happens, we got to extend grace and we got to allow for the investigation to play out how it's going to play out, because it's easy to get manipulated. It's easy to get into your emotions. It's easy to feel some type of way as a result of whatever it is going on. And so that's how misinformation gets spread around. Prayers up for the family. Mr. Merv says, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Shout out to my dog, Mr. Merv. Lawrence Daniels says, great, thanks for the great advice from Dallas, Texas. What up, Lawrence? Chip Burner says, how much money does race hustling generate a year? Shout out to Chip. Quasar says, Mr. Tigger. Quentin does that the best. Quentin does that the best. Oh, my God. Yeah, prayers up for the family, man. But on another note, I do want to switch gears really quickly. I've never covered this guy before, ever in my life. I've never covered this guy before in my life. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Tonight, we're seeing the moment a workout ended with a knockout. A fitness influencer caught on camera attacking a man at a gym. Local 10's Magdala Louis saying live now in Miami with a video that sealed the case. Magdala.
Yeah, that attack happening in this gym right behind us back in December of 2024. And the reason why we have this video now is because the case is closed. This is the surveillance video that's now led to Wes Watson's conviction. The Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office is letting us in on what happened in December 2024. You can see the victim in a white tank and gray sweatpants walk over to Watson and other men with him. They go back and forth verbally until it got physical. Watson swings at the man with a weighted belt, drags him to the ground, and repeatedly punches him. A City of Miami police officer's body-worn camera shows us what happened to that man's face after the beatdown. Both of them explaining their...
You know what the part that I don't like? You know the part that I don't like? The part that I don't like about this, right? Because we don't know what was said. And I'm going to try to figure out what was said and all of this stuff in a second, right? The part that I don't like is the other people that participate in it. Why is there gotta be such yes men to where you can't let them get their stuff off? If it's him versus him, then do whatever, that's gonna play out however it's gonna play out. What you doing, white shorts? What are you doing, white shorts? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand why people I don't understand why y'all don't let them have it out, whatever that look like. I don't get that, bro. Why is you even getting into that type of situation? I don't like jumping, bro. I think jumping is corny.
Down. Both of them explaining their side to officers.
It's more than one guy. It's another guy in there. See the guy in the black? The guy at the top in the black?
Both of them explaining their side to officers.
He said he wanted to fight me. So I came to the gym and they jumped me. Two of the guys, they're hitting me with a weight.
No. Hold on, wait. You said that they wanted to fight you? So you pulled up. Okay, hold on. Let me rewind this really quickly.
After the beatdown, both of them explaining their side to officers.
He said he wanted to fight me, so I came to the gym.
What was you doing? Hold on. Why are you going to the gym? Why are you pulling up to go confront a dude? See, this is why I like to get the whole incident. This is why I like to find out what really happened before I criticize somebody, because everybody was saying, oh man, Wes Watson is an a-hole, this and that and so on and so forth. So you pulled up. You pulled up in your jogging pants and with your wife beater on, and you got what you looking for. You didn't get jumped. You volunteered. You volunteered. I'm going to pull up some different footage too. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. So you volunteered. You pulled up to the gym. They sitting down kicking it with the homies. They talking, they minding their business. So you said, all right, I got something for you. You got what you was looking for. Nigga, take your L. What you doing talking to the police? Take your L. Nope. Jeezy, is that say Jeezy 23? Jeezy 23 says he probably works at the gym. I'm not gonna be ducking no man. Cool. So if you work, if you're not ducking, then take these ducats and now okay, cool. Have a nice day. So don't complain when you get that beat down. Don't complain when you catch your L. Nah, nope. He got an L. He'll heal. Everything is gonna be cool. He'll heal. He'll be together. But if you came up there looking for some beef, you found it. Now go home. Take your L. Go home. Put some ice on that. Change your t-shirt. And now you learned your lesson. Cool. I don't see the problem here. Why was Wes Watson being prosecuted? What's the problem?
They jumped me. Two of the guys they're hitting me with a weight, and then he hit with a weighted belt. And they were pulling my hair and they were beating me up.
It's self-defense, clear as day. I didn't try to fight the guy.
To a point, I get your.
No, I do not agree with him getting jumped. I don't agree with him getting jumped, and at the same time, I don't agree with him pulling up on somebody and saying what's happening. If let's say me and you get into it online, and I say, all right, cool, I'm coming to see you. And then you sitting there chilling with your friends and whatever. And then I say, hey man, you said you wanted something. Then I start getting whooped on with a weight belt. I gotta take that L. No, you lying. You lying. You capping. AD, it gets worse. Buddy traveled from New Jersey to Miami to confront him over an online beef. Yeah, take your L, bro. Take your L. Keep it moving. This wasn't even a spirit of moment. Yo, we just having a normal conversation and we just get into an argument. He went looking for a problem. That's the difference. This ain't organic. Hey, man, listen, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He went there to be problematic. And you got what you looking for. No, this is not the same as an organic arguing, getting into it. All right, well, listen, it's up then. Why don't we go ahead and handle this? Handle this and get it in. This wasn't that. This was him going over to somebody else's spot where they comfortable, where they work out, where they live, and you wanted beef. So don't act like a victim now. If what you just said is true, Shadow Dragon, you're not a victim, bro. Nah. Nope. I'm on West's side.
I get what you're saying, but again, there's a point where that fight ends, the fine line where that fight was over.
What are we gonna do then?
Last week, the social media fitness influencer pleaded guilty for this almost 2-year-old case. As a part of his plea agreement, prosecutors offered Watson a 21-month sentence in prison, including time already served, which will be followed by 7 years of probation and mental health treatment.
Nah, he got done dirty.
And so Watson will be sentenced on July 27th for this particular case, but his legal troubles are not over. He is charged and accused of beating up his girlfriend in Broward County, and soon he will face those charges.
Yeah, he getting railroaded right now. He getting railroaded right now. Wes Watson, in this situation, nah. They trying to use the video, but nah. Where's the whole body cam footage of the guy giving the whole story? Because he told on himself. I disagree with this 100%. And to his credit, Wes Watson was smart enough to actually, unfortunately, Wes Watson was smart enough to plead guilty. So that he don't get the book thrown at him. All right, I think I just found it.
And this is fucking happening? Like, I'm pissed.
On Sunday, December 29th, 2024, a widely known fitness influencer and self-development coach, Wes Watson, was involved in an unsettling incident at a popular Miami gym. Known for his transformative journey and empowering messages, Wes Watson's approach to personal growth has made him a figure of heated tech who also has an online following, with the aim of recording the altercation. Body cam footage from the incident.
How's it going? Excuse me. You know if somebody called?
Yes, we did. Hi.
What's going on?
I'm trying to, I want you to see the video here of what happened. The 12, 12.
You were involved?
Are the victim?
I know, this got freaked up.
Come out. You need. I don't think you can drive.
So what?
You need fire rescue? You need it.
We're just gonna just go for them.
I don't think you can drive like that. They're en route already. You want to wait outside for them?
We're going sideways.
What's up?
We're going front.
Yeah, we're gonna go front. So, what's the plan right now?
We're taking to the hospital.
Okay, they're coming right now. But what's going on between you and him?
No, I came up to him and he said he wanted to fight me. So I came to the gym and they jumped me. Like two of the guys they're hitting me with a weight, and then he hit with a weighted belt. And they were pulling my hair and they were beating me up.
Okay. Before we get anywhere, did you physically make contact with him, or did he?
No, I didn't do anything.
Are you sure? Because there's cameras and everything.
They literally attacked. They hit me first.
2 other guys?
I was like 3 or 4 of them.
3 or 4 of them?
Yeah.
They just randomly attack you for no reason? They just went
No,
up
he said he wanted to fight me.
When? Today?
Was it verbal, over text?
It was through Instagram.
Okay, so he.
You want to fight him or no?
That's what I came here for. It was a one-on-one, to be like a one-on-one, but they jumped me.
Nah, dog. Nah. Nope. 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 So you don't even know him in real life. You didn't know him in real life. You messed around and found out, nah, I'm on Wes's side on this one. The only reason why Wes Watson is in a situation that he in is because of his reputation online and because people don't like him. Ain't no reason in the world why Wes Watson should have got charged in this situation. Nah. Nigga, you was talking junk on Instagram? You was talking junk on Instagram. You 6'9", walking into the gym to approach a dude, thinking that you about to get a one-on-one fade. So you came to fight. You came to start some trouble. This is why I just ignore people on the internet, man. Just ignore people on the internet. I'm not about to sit there and go back and forth with you. I'm not, because Wes Watson is the visible person, because all of a sudden you become a victim. You went there to fight. You started a problem to fight. You pulled up to a place to start a fight. Look. As usual, Anton is on a white man's side. See, they don't want to look at it. People, as usual, people don't want to look at it for what it is. They want to make it a white versus black situation. Nah, dog. Nope. We not going to let you get into it because it ain't no white versus black. This is you pulling up. You wanted a problem. You found it. You was able to walk out. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. We don't never agree on nothing, but we agreed on this one. He must got some bad lawyers because it ain't no way in the world he should be in jail. Wes Watson, he got to get a different legal team or something, because there was no reason for him to have to do any time of jail at all. Oh, you with me, Justin? All right, I thought you were saying that. So you was trolling. Yeah, he did it for Graham. He did it for the Graham. Because if he'd have walked in and he'd have beat the brakes off of Wes Watson, let's say he'd have won, right? He would have been talking junk. He would have been on the gram. He would have been all that. Nope. It didn't go. You took a risk. You came there to do what it is that you felt like you was going to do. See, this wasn't a sanctioned match. It wasn't a spirit of moment. He was intentional. This is premeditated, going to somewhere and trying to get into it and trying to do something that you wasn't supposed to do. And you fucked around and found out. You found out the tough way. Stay in your lane. It ain't going to go the way that you think it's going to go all the time. And keep it moving. Yeah, his reputation is Wes's reputation that got him convicted. It wasn't that he did anything wrong. And so I needed to see it for myself, and it's unfortunate that he had to take a plea.
Okay. And then let's say we verify everything. Do you want to press charges, or
Nah, man, he shouldn't be able to press no charges.
We spoke to him.
If he say I want to press charges, this is the weakest dude I've ever seen in my life.
Side of the story, he said he doesn't want to press charges or anything.
Can we go out here to a lot of people
Yeah. All right, so he messaged you some stuff on Instagram. I guess have you had beef before this, or is it?
I'm telling you what it's like.
Okay, so you came over, and what, you guys get an argument in the gym or what?
Yeah, we got some argument, and he was trying to hit me with the belt. And the one guy came up behind me was trying to hit me with the dumbbell. I was like, what the hell? Like, you trying to hit me with a weight? I was like, yo, it's a 1-to-1. And then that's when he hit me with the belt, and then he called me a dick. And then that's when I was like, yo, you called me a dick. And then that's when we started fighting.
Okay, did he hit you with a boat? El carro detrás de tú, el rojo, sí. So, once I review that, we can figure out what's going on. But are you planning on pursuing charges?
If they jumped in, then yes, because that's
Do you know if they jumped?
Sucker. He a sucker. You a sucker. Listen, I can't pull up to your hood. I can't talk junk on the internet. Fly to your city, pull up to your hood, and say, hey, man, I thought you want, so what? You want beef? You want to get it in? Or what? And you around your homies and your friends, and you like, hey, man, who is this? It's up. It's up. Y'all not even situationally aware. It's up. You went there you thought that you was him. You thought that you was the Hulk. You thought you was the Hulk. You thought all of that weightlifting and all of that being tall and that junk didn't work in your favor. You was on the ground doing like this. Doing a stanky leg. Nah, bro. I think this dude is weak. I would love to try to get him on the show. If somebody can find him and see if we can do an interview in some way, shape, or form, somebody get in touch with him and say, hey, man, Anton, you want to do an online interview. Nah, bro. Nope. You did all of that. You shouldn't even have been in his DMs. You shouldn't have been going back and forth with him. If it wasn't a spirit of moment, hey, we both in the same place at the same time, you want to shoot a fade type of junk, then you don't go looking for a problem. You don't go looking for a problem, then want to press charges. Nah. Mm-mm.
I don't know. Well, yeah, they hit me. Well, yeah, that's true. Because I felt somebody hit me from the back, so, okay, yeah, I'll pursue.
You want to, but are you pursuing charges on the person that hit you from the back, on him, on like...
All of them. Whoever jumped in, because that's wrong. You're going to jump. There's 4 guys versus 1 guy. Like, that's...
Yeah.
You shouldn't have pulled up.
That's ridiculous. And you're using weapons. Like, what the hell?
So your plan initially, you were fine on fighting him mutually one-on-one, but not a bunch of group of people. Okay. Hey, so I watched the video. A guy did pick him away, but he never hit you. He kind of was just holding it above his head.
But he hit me with a belt. With the...
The guy that you were beefing with did hit you with a belt.
Yeah.
Okay, but you went there to fight him.
Yeah, there ain't no rule.
But he hit me with a weapon.
So why did you come there in the first place to fight him?
He told me to fight him. I should have.
So why'd you come?
Because he told me to.
No, but I saw the message and you told them let's.
Can we go inside?
Yeah. So nobody really jumped you. It was kind of him and you, and people were huddling, trying to get him off and whatnot.
Sure. Do you have an ID?
So, bro, yeah, so he was here last time when I was like, hey, like, I don't even fucking...
And you asked me this question about what if you gave me the scenario and everything, and I told you too, you got to be careful with excessive.
Yeah, but I didn't talk to you last time. You talked to the other guy.
It was me and Cal when we were talking to you.
Yeah, I didn't talk to cops last time. When that guy came in trying to fight me, I didn't talk to any cops.
Yeah, you did. And then you guys squashed the beef. We were there, me, Cal, and it was like a Russian or Ukrainian.
No. It was a tall black dude last time.
No, this is a previous time. I guess we've been here both of the time. Some guy had a beef with your cameraman or something, and...
I don't know. I don't remember that time.
All right, so...
Dude, yeah, but what am I supposed to do, bro? I mean, fuck, dude, you get pumped up. You're not, we don't know what the fuck to do.
I know, the other guys and...
The self-defense, clear as day. Like, I didn't try to fight the guy.
To a point. I get what you're saying, but again, there's a point where that fight ends, the fine line where that fight was over.
No.
What are we gonna do then?
So this is what we're gonna do. For now, I'm gonna get your information. The male is back and forth. At first he was telling me, he thinks he got jumped.
No, I didn't.
I told him, okay, let me review the video. He thought somebody hit him with a weight and all this. I said, he said he would want to press charges on the people that jumped him. He said between you and him, it was a 1v1. And he thought you got jumped.
No.
So I told him I'll see the video.
You can't pull up to his place of business. You can't pull up to the place where he's sitting there working out, talking to his friends, unsuspecting, and then you just walk up on some, hey man, what up? Nope. That's not how it works. I disagree 1,000%. I think that justice was not served in this situation at all. At all. Nope. Nope. You can't ask for smoke, get smoke, and then get mad that you got smoked. No. 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 I'm not on his side at all. And I thought I was prepared to say, oh, that must be Roy Rage. Yeah, he must have, you know what I'm saying? He doing this, he doing that. I was very much prepared to say, man, Wes Watson should have did this, should have did that. No. Nope. Mm-mm. What if you would have walked up to him and he didn't know you, and then y'all went into fisticuffs and he shot you? Then what? Then what? You came up out of the blue from outside, walking. What happened to situational awareness? Why are you walking up to 4 dudes? You're walking up to 4 guys at the same time, and you thought that it was going to be sweet? You walking up to a dude that's an ex-prisoner, and you thought that everything was going to be cool. What did you think was going to happen? You thought that they was just going to say, hey, man, listen, okay, let's make a circle so that we can get it off. You thought that they was just going to be, everybody was just going to have a good time? They probably was like, hey, man, who is this? Who is this? Hey, why did you go in there? Because he told me to. I would have immediately been like, hey, this sounds like a case closed type of situation. This sounds like a case closed type of situation. Walking into the gym. What do you mean you came here, you flew here? Because he told you to. Is he your boss? You can't make me do nothing. You know how many people try to bait me on the line? Yeah, man, just pull up. Come up to this. Come to Chicago. I was looking at that fool. I was like, so you want me to fly to your city, or you come to me, and I'm supposed to get in a jam. I don't know you from, first of all, you mad at me from the internet. I don't even know you. I ain't never even reacted to nothing you got going on. You get in contact with me, and now you want to pull up on me? I don't know nothing about you. I don't know if you got a weapon. I don't know what's happening going on. I'm supposed to take your word for it? Nah, I'm all right, bro. Listen, I'll pass. I'm good. You got it. You win. They go back to being broke. I continue to run up a bag. Life is good. I'm not about to let you trick me out of my bag, and I ain't never met you before. I don't even know you. You're a random internet guy. What, man, listen, bro. Nah, I disagree with this wholeheartedly. I think it worked out exactly. He walked away with all of his faculties. And so that should have been the end of it, in my personal opinion. You walked up and said, I'll be a Huckleberry. Okay, well, you was their Huckleberry. Take your L. Have a nice day. I want to press charges. You trying to send somebody to jail? Get the hell out of here, bro. Unfortunately, Wes did lose this one. 100%. You saw the Shannon Stevenson dispute. Yep, I plan on covering it. I'm going to cover a couple more things before we get up out of here. So my goal is to cover Tyler Robinson's boyfriend's testimony. And then I heard Shannon Sharpe got into it with Shakur Stevenson. So I'm going to cover a couple of those, right? Absolutely, I'm going to cover it. Give me a second. Casual Germ says, when looks maxing goes wrong, beat the brakes out of that boy. Marty E. McFly says, look like when Martin fought Tommy Hitman Hearns. We not doing no music today. We going straight through. Jay Hunter Lee, because a lot of these testimonies and stuff is long. Jay Hunter Lee says, suckers step up to get beat down, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Facts. What song is that? Wavy Haitian. What up, Wavy Haitian? Says Wes Watson. Wes Watson is a reformed convict who served 10 years. He's a multimillionaire through fitness journey. He inspires and trains people to get their physical and mental health in line. He's just a tough coach and brutally honest. Yeah, and people don't like that. People don't like it. People don't like masculinity no more. Masculinity is out. This is the inverse of the Carmelo case. Shout out to Sean Rise. Now, if they'd have beat him to death, then they'd have been saying that it's a black and white situation. Only Just Commentary says, breaking news, these two Neanderthals actually did know each other. They both rode the same short bus growing up. Q Executive Suite Emily says he didn't have to do it. He asked for it. This man saw it, so it don't mean jack to me. He's gone. That's how it's supposed to be. Punks jump up to get beat down. Come on, Debo, stall him out. Shout out to my dog, Q Executive Suite Emily. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I had another story that I wanted to talk about, but I'm going to go into this. I thought I already had that set up. Hold on, let me see something. I didn't already have that set up? Oh, man, I thought I already had that set up. Give me a second. Tyler Robinson. I guess we can make a little bit of a detour. We can cover 3 stories. Why not? We'll get to Tyler Robinson in a second.
Federal agents were seen at this location in Highland Park cracking down on an international crime ring based in India. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi is live in Highland Park with the ties here. Camilla.
Yeah, hi, Annabelle. As you mentioned, federal agents were right here this morning in the middle of this neighborhood here in Highland Park, and federal officials are calling this Operation Hardball, and they say it's an investigation involving a murder and drug trafficking. Let's get you right to some video from this morning when FBI agents could be seen around this home in Highland Park off of North Avenue. It is still unclear exactly what they were looking for at this location, but authorities did confirm the operation was tied to the investigation. The feds have unsealed a total of 3 indictments here. 37 people are now facing charges of racketeering and drug trafficking. The DOJ says a total of 23 search warrants were conducted in the Sacramento area and 11 of them in the Los Angeles area. Authorities say these arrests come after a years-long investigation. The FBI released these photos of the people arrested in California, and some of the other locations include Fresno, Cypress, and San Diego. Federal authorities say the arrests are in connection with 3 crime groups based in India. They also say they are looking for additional fugitives, 7 in the U.S., 2 in India, and 1 in Europe. The feds allege the groups were running their networks across the country as well as in Canada, Europe, and Australia. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the alleged crimes range from targeted killings, shootings, extortion, and the trafficking of meth and cocaine across international borders. Here is more from officials this morning when the arrests were announced.
We will use the full weight and power of the United States federal government to identify, target, and dismantle these organized crime groups who prey on American communities.
During the investigation, FBI agents and law enforcement officials seized over 1,000 kilograms of drugs and dozens of weapons. Through a pattern of intimidation and violence, members and associates of this organized crime group have victimized business owners, threatened individuals, and their families and retaliated with assaults, kidnappings, shootings, and other violent acts to enforce their criminal demands.
Back out here live, we did try to speak with neighbors here today.
She kind of fine. Let me back up for a second. You saying Sanjay and Gupta and them is out there extorting people? Y'all running international crime rings and y'all extorting people? What? I didn't even know Indians had this in them. Wait. I didn't even know that Indians had this in them to be out here, y'all out here running around like sending people to the gulag? What? Sangi and Gupta is out here running this city, running California. Okay, so, all right. Patel and them, y'all telling me Patel and them is out there kicking butt and taking names? I did not know that you non-deodorant wearing people in Sacramento, and that doesn't mean that all Indians don't wear deodorant, but these in particular look like they don't wear deodorant. They is out here running rampant and extorting people and running the drug ring. America. How are we allowing for this to happen? Listen. In no way, shape, or form am I okay with people coming over here from other countries and being able to run up a bag like this. Ain't no way in the world am I okay with these people coming over into this country and being able to run up a check. How disrespectful. Bro, yes, bro. Man, listen. Yo, I don't think that I've ever met an Indian in my life. And I ain't talking about the Indians like the Chippewa Indians and those type of Indians. I don't believe that I've ever met an Indian in my life that I was like, you know what? He about that action, boss. Ain't no way in the world. Bruh. If you let Patel extort you, that's diabolical. I just don't even believe that I would ever be able to subject myself to Sanjay, whatever y'all want to call him. Ain't no way in the world I'm about to let a 7-Eleven owner tell me what to do. What, you want one for me? Man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, I'll kick you in your stomach. Who you talking to? Nah, dog. Hey, man. Man, I dare you. You better not come from behind that counter on Dunkin' Donuts. You come from behind that counter on Dunkin' Donuts if you want to. Hell no. Y'all letting these, get the hell out of here, bro. Get the hell out of here. Ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me that you just got done working at Dunkin' Donuts and now I better give you some money. Ain't no way in the world. Hell no. You know what? And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know how they do them surveys? It's Friday. We going all the way there. We about to go all the way there. So if you are unprepared for this type of live stream, this is about to go there. All right? Okay, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. I'll step on your feet, on your open toe sandals, before I let you take my money. Hell no. Hell no. They used to do them. You know how they do them surveys? They got these surveys where they say, you know, they got this narrative that's a lie. It's a lie. They say that, for example, they'll say that black women are the ones that are the ones that are the least talked to or the least desirable. They say Asian men, well, I guess Asian does include, so it may be true then. Okay. Asian men. They say Asian men, man, you Philistines, never. Under no circumstances would I let you Philistines. What would Dr. Umar say? You uncircumcised. Bro, you know that? Bro, I overheard some Indians at my job one time, because you know a lot of them was bad developers, you know what I'm saying, coming in uncouth. Bro, do you know that most of these people don't even have circumcision? I'm telling you the truth. All right, so now you acting like I'm not crazy. I heard them talking about it. They don't believe. They believe in having a turtleneck. Y'all let these uncircumcised Philistines come in here and run a crime syndicate in a whole Americans. Y'all let them come over here and run crime and drugs and gangs over here inside of the US? Nah, bro. Nah. Nope. Yeah, man, I just learned that. I'm just learning that the world ain't circumcised. I said, what? Wait a minute. So are y'all telling me that most of the world, that Sanghi and them, Gupta and them, Maria, yes. Are y'all telling me that, all right, so let me just understand this, because I'm trying to understand it. Are y'all telling me that most of the world, because I'm just now really discovering this, most of the world is rolling around with a deodorant roller? You know that y'all ain't never seen I don't even know if they sell these anymore. They used to have the type of deodorant where it was like a little plastic ball and it would roll, but it was like encompassed, and it would be like the type of deodorant that most people use today is like, Suave or whatever, and they just do it and it's just whatever. But they used to have these deodorant rollers, and it was like liquid in it with the ball in it. I ain't never seen a deodorant roller before. Y'all ain't never seen that. Oh, snaps. I'm surprised that a lot of y'all ain't seen the deodorant rollers before. The roll-on deodorant. Y'all remember those? All right, let me show you. Let me show you. I'll show you what it look like. Do they still sell this? There it is. There it is. I didn't know that they still sold these. I truly didn't. You can get it today. You can get it today. You can go and get it today. You can literally go and get the roll-on deodorant today. This one. Have y'all ever tried this deodorant before? Now you know what I'm talking about. I'm appalled. I'm going to be honest with you. I am absolutely positively appalled at the idea, at the very idea that people are going around and robbing the United States of America of our tax dollars, extorting citizens, sending the money back to India, and getting away with it. I'm appalled. I don't think that this should be a thing. I'm amazed. I'm amazed, bro. I think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely insane. So, just a little bit of derailment. Just a little bit of derailment. They called it Operation. What did they call it? Operation Hardball. That's a crazy name. Operation Hardball was the name of it. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of these super chats. Chase Barnes says, happy Friday, ADM peeps. Haji from Johnny Quest out here strong arming the public. I can't believe it. Whole tech department went down, says Mr. Lot. Insane. Thoughts on the Kawhi situation? I'm surprised. I got to hurry up and get this show. This is why I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm surprised that they're actually holding him accountable and saying that they're not able to complete that trade until the NBA is done with its investigation. I'm very surprised. Very surprised. Can't believe that they doing that. C to the God said his favorite actor ever is Tom Hanks. I think Charlemagne is a has-been. I had to work a 16-hour Indian wedding. Oh, I know you ain't make no money. Because, they always try to haggle. The Red Dot Mafia in the building says bad habits. What up, dog? So is Dearborn still safe? I rock with Dearborn. I rock with Dearborn heavy. Yo, shout out to all of my, we getting A-Rab money, yo. We getting A-Rab money. We got an A-Rab money, yo. We getting A-Rab money. I rock with my Chaldeans. And I rock with my, my Arabic people. Shout out to my Chaldeans and my Arabic people in the building, man. We rock with y'all. I like my Dearborn people. Chase Alpha says, oh, you thought that thick glass at the gas station was for their protection? No, that's for our... No, they said that's for your protection, punk. That roll-on kept you... I never thought that roll-on, coach, was a good idea. It just never seemed like it worked the same way as the regular deodorant. Aaron in the building says, I'm looking to work on a research idea that's not funded yet, but could be a fundamental universal change. How would I go about finding and vetting a team? Most of the time for funding? Most of the time that the people that you want to tap into is the people that's closest to you, right? Unless you got a proven track record, it's going to be hard to get people to fund that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to actually show a proof. An idea alone is not able to get funded unless you're somebody that already has a track record for being able to prove stuff to fruition. So you got to prototype it. You got to have some form of success, and that way you can pitch it. That's when you start getting people that come into it. But if you want early investors, it got to come from people that you already know. Just keep it at 100 with you. Pee Wee Longway got 10 years. I used to love Pee Wee Longway's music. What did he get 10 years for? See, y'all don't know I know nothing about Pee Wee. Y'all think y'all didn't know I knew nothing about Pee Wee Longway. Pee Wee Longway. Federal indictment that uncovered drugs, text messages, and numerous firearms connected to his recording studio. So he got caught up in drugs. Drugs are so played out, bro. Drugs are so played out. It is super played out. Like, and when I say drugs, I'm talking about like selling dope, doing all of that type of stuff, nickel and diming your way to success. Bro, go get a regular job, bro. Honestly, go get a regular job. Drugs are played out. The dope game is played out. They giving you football sentences. They giving y'all football sentences for doing this, for making no money, bro, and putting your whole life on the line. Just go get a regular job, bro. You'll make more money in a regular job than you will in the dope game. I promise you. We got to get to Tyler Robinson's boyfriend.
First, what's your name?
Full name with middle name or just first and last?
First and last is fine.
Okay, my name is Lance Twiggs.
And do you know Tyler Robinson?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
And this is the same Tyler Robinson that's been charged with the shooting of Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
And would you say when you first met Tyler?
I think it was 2023. I've known him longer than that, though. That was, I think, the first time I met him in person.
Okay.
And will you describe your relationship with Tyler when you first met him anyway?
It's diabolical.
When I first met him, I didn't know him super well. He was just a new roommate, so I knew he knew my friend group, and I knew he liked playing games, but that's about it when we first, when he first moved in.
That's how they get you.
Before we go on, I realized my mic was muted at the outset. Was yours on, your microphone?
No.
Okay. I'm going to repeat those admonitions just to make sure we got recorded. Okay, so again, I place you under oath.
And let me be clear. This echo is not on my side. This is what they played in court. This is what it sounded like in court.
Just to make a record, I'm going to do it again. You do solemnly swear that the evidence you shall.
And where did you live at that time?
St. George, in an apartment complex.
And is that apartment the same place you lived when on September 10th?
Yes.
When you lived there with Tyler, were you in the same room? Did you live in the same room or different rooms?
No, separate rooms.
And at that time, let's say September of 2025, what were you doing with your life? Were you working, school?
I was working. I was doing like bathtub and shower repair and stuff in new construction.
Okay. How about Tyler?
I think he was both working. I think he was working for an electrician company then, and he was also in a trade school for being I don't know, higher ranking electrician. I'm not sure how the trade system works for that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he was both.
What was your typical work day like?
I think he'd leave around 7 generally and get back around 3 to 4, depending on where the job was and how long it was for the day. And then on certain days of the week during school, semesters, he would then later in the day, I think around 5 or 6, go to school. So yeah.
Okay. Let's jump to September 10th. Did he spend the night in the apartment the night of September 9th into September 10th?
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Do you know when he left the apartment on September 10th?
I don't know an exact time. I just know he left early. I heard him leaving, and he just said he had a long drive to work that day, so he was leaving early.
Okay, so early. Any guess as to what when that was?
I don't know. I would have thought it was 5 a.m. because that's when an early work day was for him, but it was probably more like 4.
Okay.
I'm going to spell this down just to make sure that
I can do that.
You're right in front of your laptop.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what time did you get up on September 10th?
Probably like 12 to 1 p.m.
You didn't have to work that day?
No.
And did you hear from Tyler? Did he call or text you before then?
No, he sent that message in the group chat I mentioned, but he didn't message me directly at all that day.
Okay. When did you first hear from him on September 10th?
It was at 11 o'clock with that like automated message.
Okay, 11 p.m.?
Yeah.
What about, he asks you here, remember how I was engraving bullets? Was he engraving bullets before this?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but he had said he was planning to go hunting with his family. And he asked me for if we had like a Dremel because he said he wanted to engrave messages on bullets. And I just told him where Dremel was and told him to make sure he doesn't like set off a bullet on accident in the house.
Shout out to Marlon.
So
I
I didn't
appreciate
really think
you.
about it until then.
How long before September 10th was this that he asked about the Dremel?
I don't remember because he'd been talking about the hunting/camping trip for a couple months, but I don't remember when he was specifically asking to engrave the bullets. So
are we talking like a year before?
Oh no, not that long. It would have been, I'd say, at most a month before this was when he was asking.
Okay. Okay. All right. You talked about the note that he left. I want to bring this up, and I should say that these text messages that we've been looking at here are Bates number 54. Okay. The notes have been titled 16.3 with a note, and this is Bates number 58. Do you recognize that on the screen there?
Yeah.
What do you recognize it as?
That was the note under his keyboard that he was referring to in the first text of that chain.
Okay, so where did you find this?
On his desk underneath his computer keyboard.
And I assume you read it?
Yeah.
And then what did you do with it after you read it?
I believe I just put it back down on the desk after I took a picture of it.
Okay. And again, the time you read it was probably around 11 o'clock or so on the 10th?
Yes.
The night of September 10th?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And did you ever see that again after you placed it back on his desk?
No, I don't think I did.
And that was a desk in his bedroom?
Yes.
And that's a separate bedroom than your bedroom?
Yeah.
And now I want to go to what's been titled 16.2. And do you recognize this series of messages here?
Why did they cut it off is what I'm trying to figure out. What is the...
Of September 11th. Now, September 11th, what time did you see Tyler on September 11th?
Yes.
When did you first see him on September 11th? So this is the day after the shooting?
Yeah, I saw him when I woke up. Like I said, he was up and around doing a lot of stuff around the house. And then I think I saw him after that message where I said I'll come home and say I'm doing laundry because I didn't want him going to my parents' house right then when he said there was probably cops outside. So I went back home and it was just him there and I said bye to him and then he drove off. So I just went back to my parents' house.
And did he talk about what he had done?
Didn't go into detail. I just asked him in person if what he said was true the night before, and he said it was. I started crying a little bit and said he wishes he hadn't done it, and then kept going around and just doing stuff, I think, to keep himself busy or distracted or something.
Okay. Did he talk about what he was going to do next?
And then eventually he said that he would talk to his parents or turn himself over.
Okay. And when you left, was that how you left understanding that he was going to turn himself in or go to his parents' house?
Yeah, I didn't really want to be at our apartment while any of that was happening.
So people are mad at him. A couple different takeaways from this whole situation. People are mad at his boyfriend. Oh, man. People are mad at the boyfriend because the boyfriend got immunity and they saying that the boyfriend needs to be held accountable also. But what y'all don't understand is that in a high-profile case like this, it is more important to make sure that they get all of their ducks in a row to get a conviction than it is to try to prosecute and hold accountable every single person that may have known or in some way, shape, or form enabled him to play a role in the death of Charlie Kirk. And so somebody said it in the chat, and I thought that it was an interesting take. It says in a few days, everything that Candace Owens was saying about this whole situation has been debunked. And this is why, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I will say this. This is why I strongly believe a lot of times in separating your opinion from what you are presenting as facts. Opinion from what you are presenting as facts. Because a lot of people are going to believe you because of your credibility, because of your visibility, right? I don't know what's all been debunked. I don't know what's all true. I know that people don't want to accept the possibility that this guy, Tyler Robinson, is the person that pulled the trigger. Well, that's why we have a trial. That's why we present evidence. And the boyfriend is basically snitching on you. The boyfriend is snitching on you. It's unfortunate, though, that we live in a society where people don't actually want to see and wait for the evidence to come out before they start to have an opinion. Never even have an opinion. But people don't want to let the evidence come out. They don't want to let it play out. They think that they know more than the police. They think that they know more than the detectives. They think that they know more than the investigators. They think that they know more than everything, bro. He says Anton singing like a canary. I don't even know what that means. Listen, if you go and you assassinate somebody, yes, I am going to tell on you. Hey, fam, because I don't know, man, you're not about to ruin our lives. You're not about to get us jammed up because you went out there. What do you mean? I don't owe you no allegiance because you went out there and you killed a major popular figure. Absolutely, you going down. 100%. I say it all the time that there's people in the hood every day. We know who the killers and the dealers are. We know who the people are that's selling drugs inside of the community. I say it all the time. I say it all the time. And that if we really wanted to clean up the community, we could. I see your car is in denial, but your car actually likes Candace. Your car likes Candace in her show. So your car is going to be biased. So we don't take what your car say in this situation because he's unable to be objective in this whole situation. Your car don't want to let the evidence play out. Your car don't want to let the trial play out to see what comes out. Your car is biased because your car actually likes and overly agree with every single thing that Candace says. I know what a pretrial is. He says, I am right and you are wrong. That's a fact. What am I wrong about? I don't have an opinion about it. I'm observing and listening to the pretrial meeting and his boyfriend say this. See, that's how you know that people are emotional about it because there is no right or wrong. What I'm saying is let the evidence present itself and then we can give an opinion afterwards. But how can I be wrong about something that I haven't given an opinion about? My only opinion is I want to see what they present. I want to see the video. I want to see the evidence. I want to see what the prosecution says, and I want to see what the defense says. But your position is I'm wrong and you're right. What am I wrong about? What am I wrong about? What am I wrong about? Listen, let's be clear. And I don't have no allegiance to no content creator that I've never met in real life. And I'm gonna keep it 100%. Candace Owens, in a lot of instances, is on it Like when she was on the whole Black Lives Matter situation and she presented evidence on that. And in a lot of instances, Candace threw a lot of shit at the wall. And lately, the stuff that I have seen from her has been a lot of clickbait. And that's just real. That's just 100. She throw a lot of clickbait out there. I didn't agree with anything. I said what people said was that in 2 days, they've been debunked. I haven't, listen. I can't be wrong about something that I'm watching in real time. I even said before I even started this that I haven't seen it before. This is my first time observing it, and I'm listening to what he says. Candace Owens throws a lot of shit at the wall, and people rock with it because she's Candace Owens. Not because it's necessarily true, not because she necessarily proved anything. All of it, all of the stuff that I've seen has just been a lot of shit at the wall. Is she good at it? Yep. Is she great at being able to craft the narrative and keep people entertained? Yep. But it doesn't mean that she's right about everything that she says. Y'all. Somebody says, give an example of clickbait. When she had the cover photo of her and Putin that was sitting right there in the room with each other, making it seem like that she was interviewing him. That was clickbait. It was clickbait. You said name one, I just named one. That's literally what the definition of clickbait is. This right here is clickbait, and I watched it. Hold on. This right here is clickbait. This right here is literally clickbait. And I'm not blaming her for it because it get views. Look. Hey, wait. First of all, this is what people do. Let me tell you what people do. Let me show you what people do. On one hand, he says, name the clickbait, just one. Let me show you how emotional people are. Name the clickbait, just one. So then I name it, and then he says, oh, that's it? You're right. So that just means all of the rest of what she said is clickbait, AD. Do you want me to name just one, or do you want, like, this? That's what we call moving the goalposts. And again, I've given her credit. I said that, there's a lot of things that I agree with her on, and there's some things that she's absolutely on it. And then there's some other stuff that I've watched, and I was like, yes, a photo is clickbait. A photo can be clickbait. It's 100% clickbait. But we can agree to disagree. I know that y'all feel some type of way about it. Shout out to her. I think she's a great content creator.
What went down?
Okay, before he came home, had you seen the press releases, any of the media on this?
How was this not her? Hold on.
Instagram.
Y'all, listen. I don't know what the hell y'all on today. I don't know what the hell y'all on today. How is it not her channel? It says Candace Owens on the channel right there. How is it not her channel? This ain't her channel? This one right here? That's not her channel. Y'all, listen, y'all, honestly, y'all got to get checked out. I don't know what she did for y'all. I don't know what type of love connection y'all got, but y'all got to get checked out. Seriously. Real talk. Y'all can't be this much of a stand on what's going on. Y'all can't be this delusional. You want me to prove it to click. Y'all know y'all can literally do this yourself. I just clicked it. Here you go. See it? I'm going to click the channel for y'all, just for y'all. Is that better? Is that better? Want me to click it again?
Insanity. Larry Loomer attacking the United States Treasury. People saying that I needed to be investigated for putting my children in harm's way.
Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta slow down. Y'all gotta slow down. Y'all gotta slow down, bro.
And had you seen the images that were released of the suspect?
I did the next day. I don't think I saw.
And just because I may disagree with something that she says doesn't make her any less great at what she does.
Any on the 10th.
I'm going to show you a couple of those images. Okay, I'm on the FBI's website. You can see the URL there at the top. This is a press release about this event. And here on the screen, you see these, looks like there's 2 rows of 3 images. Do you recognize the person in these images?
I wouldn't say it with 100% certainty just because of camera quality, but that looks like him in terms of the shoes he's wearing, the sunglasses. I don't think I'd specifically seen him wearing that hat, but he was usually wearing a hat, and then jeans, so.
I'm going to let the evidence play out like I've been saying. I'm going to see for myself. I'm going to let the evidence play out. They don't even know what clickbait is. I'm going to let the case play out, and then I'm going to draw my conclusion based off of whatever it is that's presented during the trial. Thinking about funding it through a PhD program. But try it. If you really believe in it, try it. Candace is too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for me now. I'll be honest, I don't have the capacity to watch all of her content because I'd be so obsessed with car content and what's coming with the new BMWs and the new drops and stuff. So my interest outside of the things that I see and I do on a daily basis is much different sometimes than what I talk about on the internet. Like, I would like to talk about cars. I like talking about sports. I like talking about a lot of other things too in my real life, outside of just what we talk about on from a streaming perspective. So, you know. But speaking of that, I heard that Shakur Stevenson and Shannon Sharpe got into a little bit of a kerfuffle.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here, that button.
So long no more. I think right now is the right time. I think everything is in the cards of our favor, and there's no excuses for why that fight can't happen. Man,
well, that's what we would like to hear. We like to see that fight. Yeah. So is it possible we could get one of those, and the Ocho, you mentioned it, is there something that we could get because you fought Teofimo in, I think, January? Is there possible we could get another fight, say like September,
before
October?
the year's out, I'm fighting. I fight twice a year. That's what I do. So before the year's out, any of these guys, if they ready to.
Well, how bad is he going to beat him? Hold on. Am I the only one said that coming up through the ranks and was flooring people until his hands became brittle? And I watched Sugar Ray and I watched Hat and Hearns and I watched these great.
What I'm confused about is now it sounds like you're downplaying Tio. Like, it sounds like this is a downplaying like who Tio is. I mean, Tio done showed you how great he is in other fights. Why wasn't he that great that night?
I'm not saying he's not great.
We could talk about the way that you fight. No, I'm not into hitting and being hit. If that's what you're asking me, I won't do that. I will
Let me
hit
ask you
and
this.
don't get hit.
Are you trying to be when they talk about lightweights and super lightweights and junior welterweights, are you trying to be in that Sugar
I'm not
Ray,
comparing myself
Floyd
to none of
Mayweather,
these
Tommy
dudes. I'm
Hearns?
trying to be the first Shakur Stevenson. You going at the end of my career?
I don't believe they'll rank you like that.
You going to
for your
say
fighting
why
style.
was his fight so easy? Why wasn't he hurt? Because I'm that great. That's what you going to say.
We're not saying that you're not great, Shakur, but I don't believe, and this is my opinion. Joe has his opinion. Ocho believes you hung the moon. I don't believe that you're going to get the credit you deserve without knocking people out.
That's why you never boxed before.
That's not boxing.
That's how I know you never boxed before. Floyd Mayweather, you can talk about Floyd Mayweather. You can say the guys that he knocked out, but in the tail end of his prime, he wasn't just knocking guys out. This is not true.
No, because his hands got brittle.
Exactly. I got hand problems too. What's the difference?
Well, I didn't know that. My bad.
Everybody know that. That's why you ain't been doing your homework. You got to do your homework.
Hey, but hold on. I mean, listen, I love boxing, Joe. I'm sure you watch it. You watch it as well. But boxing is more than just knockouts. Now, knockouts, being able to have it is really good. Like being a slugger in baseball and hitting home runs. The fans love it. But most of the time, when it comes to some of the greats, that's not all boxing is. They call it the street science.
You're just not in tune, man. You're just not in tune. You got to get in tune. Go do some homework. You ain't do your homework. You got F's on your homework, man. You got all F's.
Shakur, I grew up in, but you can't say just because I don't like your style that I don't know boxing. I grew up in an era where Sugar Ray was knocking people out.
You just told me that I don't put myself in harm's way by getting in the ring. That's what you told me. That let me know that you don't do your homework.
But you talk about one fight. You talk about Teofimo.
Any fight.
What about all the other fights? Am I the only one that said that about you? I was wondering one thing. Am I the only one that's ever said that about your fighting style? Yes or no?
A lot of people that don't know boxing say that.
No. Am I the only one?
You can't use a public opinion for casuals.
No.
Are you the only casual that said this? No, you are not. Are you the only casual that said this? No, you are not.
Let me ask you a question. So no other fighter has said that about your fighting style, that they're not happy with your fighting style.
Fighters praise my fighting style? You know how many fighters wish they could fight like me?
I know they praise.
Can I talk? You know how many people go home with gotta go to the doctor, gotta go get their brain checked out, they wish they could do what I do. They pray, like, I wish I had them skills. If I had them skills, they will go home to their family safely. You know, people don't go to their family safely, huh?
So nobody.
It's hard to debate somebody where they're a master at what they've mastered. It's hard. That's why when a lot of times when you get into a conversation, and I respect Shannon Sharpe for actually taking this and going back and forth with him because it's entertaining, right? At the end of the day, content is entertainment, and fighting, basketball, football, soccer, whatever you want to talk about, it's all entertainment, and so it's all for our visual pleasure, right? But let me say this. It's very hard to debate somebody on something that they are an expert in, right? If I go out, I'll give you an example. If I go out and I say, man, why you ain't do this, Warren Buffett, this and that and this and that, I can have my opinion about it, right? And that's what we do as content creators. But when you in front of the person, it's very difficult to criticize somebody that is literally the top of the field of what they do in a debate. You can criticize, we can have a lot of conversations, but when it comes to a debate, it's hard to be able to debate somebody that at what they're an expert in. It just is what it is. That's why, and this is my own personal opinion, when I'm interacting with somebody in real life, right? I don't even go back and forth on a debate. That's people a lot of times they say, Anton, why you don't hold people accountable? Because I'm not there to debate you. I want to pick your brain. I want to let you say whatever it is that you want to say, and then I'll let the people come to a conclusion. I can't debate you on something that you're an expert in. I'm not there to debate. Interviews are not debates to me. Interviews are an opportunity for you to learn as much as you possibly can and have the person give their perspective. A debate is a whole nother realm. It's a whole nother realm. It's a different kind of conversation. If you've looked at any of my official debates, Yada, Stephen A. Smith, whatever you want to talk about, it's a different conversation because now you treading on water and you got to know what you're talking about. You got to know. That's why very few people, when you see videos a lot of times of people that may be criticizing me a lot of times, right? I'll say this. There are people that I have been quote unquote cool with in the past. And instead of getting me on a platform and asking me questions face to face, they ran with rumors and narratives. And the reason that they do that, even though they have access to me and they can get in touch with me and they could have got the exclusive, the reason why they would do that is because they know that actually having a conversation with you face to face or even live stream would actually make them look bad, and it would debunk a lot of the things that they actually say about you. So they don't look for that. They're not reaching out for context. They are just focused on the entertainment aspect of it. In this situation, Shakur Stevenson feels incredibly comfortable because Shannon Sharpe is engaging him in his space. Shannon is engaging Shakur in a space where Shakur feels incredibly comfortable. And so that's why Shakur is laughing and he's saying, listen, you don't know boxing, you don't know this, you don't know that, whatever, so on and so forth. Because Shakur knows that is nothing that Shannon can say to him that he's not comfortable going back and forth with him because they're talking about something that he's an expert in. He's an expert. You can't beat somebody on their own turf. But I do applaud it. I applaud Shannon for the entertainment.
No boxer, no guy that's ever fought has said anything that I've said about your fighting style.
You asking a subjective question. I can't tell you. I'm telling you that you sound like a
so it's subjective. Why are you getting so
I'm
upset
not
with me?
upset with
It's
you.
my opinion.
We debating. We having a good debate. I called you up 100 times. That mean I look at you like an unk, right? So I got respect for you.
I
got
appreciate
respect
that.
for you.
But
But I don't got respect for you not doing your homework. I don't got respect for that. Do your homework and stop getting Fs.
Huh?
Fs.
You say you getting Fs.
You got to F on all your homework, man.
You said, okay, it's hard for me to believe all the fighters that I can remember that people put.
I agree with y'all. Club Shay Shay as an interview versus Nightcap as a debate is two different things. I agree with you. What I'm saying is when you get into a debate, sometimes you got to pick your opponent carefully as far as what you're looking to debate them in, because if they are an expert at said subject, it's going to be a difficult time for you to win a debate. It's a difficult time for you to win a debate. You're right, Oakland Tank. I felt comfortable. I felt incredibly comfortable 100% because you engaging me. Now, if we was talking about jokes and who's the best this, that's like a different conversation. But you engaging me on politics, money, culture, all of that type of stuff. Oh, I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. I'm about to work. A lot of times, again, I'm gonna speak to that. People don't realize that was a long session. That wasn't just a short interaction. We talked about that. We talked through that after the initial engagement. We were still going back and forth about different conversations and subjects. I was working. I put on a masterclass.
The place up high were entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
They put it. They
Have you ever watched?
and I'm not saying that you got to put yourself
I'm
where you
very
get knocked out.
entertaining to some fans that enjoy the sport of boxing. I'm very entertaining. Hey, Ocho, am I entertaining?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
You got to pull. You got to be able to pull the non-boxing fan in, Shakur.
Sir.
You get those. You already got those guys. You already got the boxing
I'm
fan.
fighting for millions of dollars, man. I don't have to do nothing but go in there and do my job.
Okay, well, you do it.
Appreciate you, man. That's what I love doing. My job, man.
Hey, can we talk about something more important, Uncle Joe? When the fuck
me and you?
Spar?
Hey, you've been ducking me for years,
heard me. I'm
man.
talking
You gotta
to
stop ducking me.
Hey,
It look like it's all in
right?
Vegas.
You in Vegas? When
I'm in
next
Vegas
time
right now.
Yeah.
I'm in Vegas right now.
You were supposed. First of all, you and Joe were supposed to be out here this week because Conor McGregor fight on Saturday.
And I'm gonna be at the fight. And I'm gonna be at the fight. To a fight.
Yeah, I've got the fight. But a street fight and a boxing match is something entirely different, Shakur.
The time limit. The time limit.
It ain't no rule. There are rules in boxing.
The time limit. A boxing fight lasts 36 minutes. You fighting in a street fight for a minute top.
30 seconds.
Exactly.
Hold up. Hold up. This thing ain't going to distance.
You're not going to land shit on me.
You ain't going to distance. Oh, Joe, you heard what he said? This thing is 36 minutes.
Ain't no Yeah.
Go ahead and get turkey.
It's
What if he
final.
What if he need you though?
Trash
Same
bag?
day. Same day.
Hold on, you
Same day.
on
both
the
of
same
y'all.
day.
Same day.
Well, you better get Ocho first.
No,
'cause
you
will
go
never see
first.
Ocho
You
in
go
the ring.
first. You go first.
Hey, hold on.
You're tripping. You're tripping.
No, you scared.
You told.
I'm gonna let go Ocho handle it. Cause you ain't in my weight
I'm
class. You gotta be
kicking
at
the
least
shit out of
240
your
to deal
knee.
with it.
You ain't gonna walk no more.
Yo, hey, I would. It don't even. We got two Hall of Famers, but I'll be the one that whipped you your first
Keep
loss.
dreaming, man. You're gonna need more than those steroids.
Lump him up, and that we gonna as a
Hey,
matter of fact, we gonna have the crew there. We gonna film the whole
bet no
thing.
money on that.
Yeah.
I got my money on.
You wouldn't bet no money on that.
I put my money on Ocho.
Damn, Joe.
Yeah, I know Ocho. I know.
Damn. No. I'm gonna have a chance regardless. I'm gonna lump you up. I'm not
Man,
gonna win.
he be you. Houston. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's there it is.
Hey.
Hey,
He's going down.
For one, I'm gonna be on the phone.
He's going down.
You heard me? I'm blocking, parrying, getting that. Make it that.
What? I want you to bet against.
No, why would I do that?
Okay. Oh, you scared?
Hold on, money. What you mean, real
like
money?
something like you got real faith in that person.
But
okay,
here's the thing. The problem with betting is that it's just like anything else. When you bet, you don't really control the outcome. Somebody else is.
No, but I'm betting against you, so I control the outcome.
But I ain't in the ring with you.
But it's about what you believe in.
I be doing this for real.
I believe from ear to ear.
Punch.
That ain't got nothing to do with. I ain't talking about T.O. I ain't betting T.O. I'm betting.
That's something nice, but they ain't betting no 100,000.
So what are you gonna bet? I'm confused. What situation you talking about?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk off screen.
Save him.
I'm saying a number
Don't
so I make
save
sure I
him.
get my cut.
Oh, you set him up.
Hold on. What you mean save me?
Yeah, but
Hey, Shakur.
Yo.
I know you had a lot to say about that situation that I went through last year. Don't let that situation.
What situation?
All right, here we go.
I still would rather check the bank bounce. So don't let that
what situation?
Okay. I know you've been fighting for a minute.
I'm confused. What situation you talking about?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk off screen. I know you've been fighting for a minute. Your pocket's not that deep.
Okay, so bet it. That's all. I've never said my.
No.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Ocho.
No.
Ocho,
Hey,
chill. Hold on, chill.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there for you like this here. I know you've been fighting for a minute. Your pocket's not this deep.
I'm not trying to have a competition on who pockets deeper.
Don't talk about I'm scared. Hey,
I'm not trying to have a competition off of who pockets deeper.
Okay.
How old are you?
Because you talk about you not gonna bet or you scared. Ain't no scared here.
How old are you?
Okay.
How old are you?
Hey, don't worry about
How old are you?
The money
Since you went there, hold on, I'm ready to go there too. How old are you?
I don't know how old
Now
I
you
am.
know your age.
But
I bet you when I get your age, I have more money than you.
They take, bro, all I'm gonna say is this. They still take money from the 1800s. So money don't get old.
I'm down, but you went to a place where I'm ready to go. Once I get your age,
you
I
kept
bet
saying,
I got more money
I ain't
than
gonna
you.
bet no. You kept saying,
Once I get your age, I
like
bet
I ain't
I got
got no
more
money. Hey, look here, I got enough.
Okay.
When I leave here, I'm gonna leave my kids in a better situation.
I agree. That's why I say we ain't even gotta go to.
You
said something about the situation. I ain't say nothing about your situation.
No, you did. You did. You was talking because you heard what I said. I heard what you said. Somebody sent it to me that he got in the situation. Yeah. I heard what you said, and you know you said it. Don't
I probably did.
I've been mad enough.
But you talking about you got more money than me right now. I'm telling you. By the time I get your age, I bet I got more money than you.
No, what I said. Hold on. Hope you live to get my age.
I will. I'm gonna be here.
I've been your age. You've never been mine.
You're right. I agree. I'm gonna be here though.
I said this.
I'm gonna be here.
I heard you say So what happened is that you didn't like what I said about your style. You said something slick about the situation I went into.
Yeah,
that's
because
what you
you're
did.
Speaking on.
This is what it's really about. So this is what the real engagement is really about, right? It sounds like Shannon pays attention to and listens when certain people have conversations about things that he goes through, right? Let me say this. Shannon, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't know if he's doing this for entertainment or not. People can speak on something that hits the public. Shannon Sharpe, Ocho, and Joe Johnson, just like all the rest of us, had a conversation about what Floyd is going through financially. They had a conversation about Malik Beasley gambling situation. They had a conversation about Terry Rozier. They have conversations about what happens in popular culture. That's their job. You're supposed to. You're supposed to comment on different things that happen on public figures, right? Now, you can't get mad if somebody else says, oh man, Unc is out there getting fleeced by some little young hoe. Some young ho. Now, if other people that are public figures have a conversation about you as a public figure, you can't crash out and say, oh man, I heard what you said. Yeah, nigga, everybody hear what you said too. You say stuff about people, people say stuff about you. Now, as long as it don't get personal when they start talking about your kids or something like that, if you just keeping it content and you commenting on the different things that's happening that's popular, I'd say that you should capitalize off of it. I say you use it to create more visibility for yourself, right? So you as a public figure, not talking about a private citizen, but as a public figure, you cannot be in your feels if somebody else has an opinion about you as a public figure that then talks about other people that are public figures. I don't understand that part. We know that the more if you blessed, then you'll one day get to the point where people find you interesting enough to talk about you, spread rumors about you, or to have a commentary about you, regardless of whether it's true or not. If you're blessed, people pray for the type of visibility that comes along with somebody being able to say something about them or criticize them. I got you, Julie. I'm going to check it out. If you're blessed, right? Now, you may not like the thing that they decide that they want to talk about you, and we get in our feels about that. But if you're blessed, you'll get to the point where somebody find you interesting enough to actually have a conversation about you, and you take up real estate in their head. That's a blessing. It's a blessing. But Unc, he can't get in his feelings. You got to be able to take it the same way that, like when Unc was feeling some type of way and he was like, yeah, man, because Stephen A. And that's why people disagree with me about it. How come ain't nobody? Yeah, man, ain't nobody check on me when I was going through my stuff. Nigga, is anybody checking on Malik Beasley? Is anybody checking on Terry Rozier? Is anybody checking on Cam Newton when everybody was criticizing him? Is anybody checking on anybody that you like or don't like? It's just that's what it comes. Nigga, you rich. You getting richer. You making more money outside of your career talking about things that are relevant, whether it's sports related or not. You making more money having conversations about what's going on in popular culture than you did when you was on a football field. Take your dubs and your L's the same way that you take them. Take them both at the same time. It come with the territory. Would I trade in people talking negatively about me, negative or positive? Would I trade in people talking about me for the M's that I make as a result of it? Hell no. Hell no. Hey, man, listen, say whatever it is that you got to say, and we going to figure it out as we go. But we talk about people talk about us. That's the name of the game, baby. This is what come along with it. You can't get mad at somebody. I heard what you said. What do you mean you heard what I said? I know. I heard what you said too.
Style that you don't know nothing about.
That's nothing personal. That's my opinion.
Care. You hold on.
That's
let me get this straight, right? You sit here telling me, oh, you boring and you this. You like
that's
talking
my
to me.
opinion.
Huh? You like talking to me.
Huh? I do.
Okay.
I do. But it's an opinion. Let me ask you a question. Who's the best basketball player in the NBA?
Kawhi Leonard.
See? That's your opinion.
Agree.
Ain't nobody else. But see, you got upset. You see, Joe didn't get upset. Ocho didn't get upset. I didn't get upset. That's your opinion. You got upset at me because, and I told Ocho, I said, Ocho, he's an amazing fighter. I said that. But you left, but see, you didn't want to hear that part. You just like the part like, That style is not entertaining to me. That's what I said. That was my exact word. I said, Ocho, he's amazing. And the number that he did on Teofimo tonight
when you can explain
That's all
it,
I
then
said.
I don't respect it. Like, you can say that style is not amazing. What style is not amazing?
No, I didn't say. I said no. I said that style is not entertaining.
What style is not entertaining?
The style that you
What
fight
is the
at.
style?
That style.
Don't fall for it,
like.
Shannon.
I think the thing is.
Don't fall for it, Shannon. Don't fall for it, bro. Don't let him walk you down. Don't let him walk you down and down this path. Right? Don't let him walk you down. Stay on task. Drive the conversation where you want it to go. Don't let him be the one to drive the conversation where he wanted to go.
Is that you're more concerned with being undefeated? I like more of a Sugar Ray.
I'm asking about the style, not what I'm concerned with. You said the style is not.
Don't let him get technical on you, Shannon. Nope. Don't let him get technical on you. All right?
Entertaining. So what style?
The style that you fight at, that's what you did. That's
what style?
Not a style.
You can't explain
knows
it.
what I'm talking about. You know
No,
what I'm
I want you
talking
to
about.
explain
I want
it.
entertainment.
I want you to explain it when you talk.
I want Sugar Ray style. I want you to fight like Sugar Ray.
So basically,
I want you to fight like Tommy Hearns. I want you to fight like Roy Jones. I want you to fight like Floyd in the beginning.
Hold on.
Not this is what you're doing. So you know
I'm
what
not
I'm
going
saying.
to disrespect them legends, right? Because you're trying to set me up to disrespect them legends.
No,
you are. When you say style, they took a lot of
Shakur is really good at communicating effectively. I didn't know that he had this in him.
punishment.
I just gave you the style
They
that I
took
like.
a lot
How's
of
that
punishment
setting
in
you
the
up?
sport of boxing. I asked you to explain my style that you don't like, and you have not yet to do it.
I want to see. I don't see enough action from you. Now, the most action I saw when you fought Teofimo.
That was the fight you said that was boring. That's what you right after that fight is when you said that it was boring.
I said you was boring before that
and then
fight.
after that fight, you went to say it again right after that fight.
No,
that's where all the stuff started at. You don't remember this?
What? Yes,
So
I remember.
if you said it after the Teofimo fight and you just said that was my best fight.
I said this was the best fight he fought. I said,
as far as entertainment,
that's
how I know you don't know what you're talking about because when I fought Taylor, that was a more entertaining.
So I'm not allowed to have. I'm not allowed to have an opinion about your fighting style.
I'm not saying you're not allowed.
I tell people all the time that debate is an art. Communication is an art. It is an art form. 1,000% an art. Absolutely it is. And in this conversation, Shakur seems to be a little bit ahead of Shannon. This is much different than arguing with Skip. This is much different than arguing with Ocho. And this conversation, he is ahead of him 10 times out of 10.
Yes, you are.
I'm trying to sit here and debate about the opinion of what you're saying. I'm not saying you're not allowed. You can say whatever you want. You're a fan. I'm saying yes, you can.
He throwing shots in there. He said, you a fan, you a fan, you a fan. Man, he kicking. I don't even want to keep watching this. This is wild.
I want to debate about it. I want to actually get into what is what and what you're talking about. You have not yet to really explain.
I just explained to you. I wanted to see.
Did you watch my fight with Zepeda?
I haven't seen.
Did you watch my fight with Zepeda?
I did not watch that fight.
Okay. Wait,
Williams.
Every time I get into a conversation where I know it can turn into a debate, as far as like I got to go on somebody's platform and debate them, and that's why I like doing it in person because you can remove people from looking up stuff on a computer. You can do all of that stuff. Anytime that I get into a conversation, and y'all see me say it 1,000 times, I say, yeah, and this would really throw people off. I say, I studied you. And I do. I read your book. I watch your fights. I look at your career. I study your stats. I look at the things that you said previously. I am fully, if I'm going to go into a straight up debate, I need to know everything there is to know about you. I need to know who the evolution of who you are is. I want to know all the details, everything. I'm not about to go into no real debate. I ain't talking about the trolling that we do or taking a certain position for the entertainment purposes on Room 9 or After Hours. I'm talking about a real life debate. I study you. I am going to study everything about you, and I need to know what I'm getting myself into. You gonna underestimate me because you think that we just gonna argue. I'm gonna pick you apart. I'm gonna pick apart every part of your argument. I'm gonna rebuttal. I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna throw a jab here. So you see what Shakur just did? He said you a fan. Don't let that go lightly. Like, he said that intentionally. He knew what he was doing when he said that. He knew what he was doing. He's been baiting Shannon the whole conversation.
Point. You're not in tune. You don't do your homework enough to even sit here and debate boxing with me.
Let me ask you a question. So you think I'm the only person that haven't seen every last one of your fights?
I'm not saying every last one of my fights, but my most recent fight is, if you a fan of the sport.
Have you seen every last one of Kawhi's games? Have you seen every last one of Kawhi's games?
Man, listen here. That's two different things.
You see how ridiculous that sounds?
You can't talk about somebody playing 100 times a fucking year and somebody that fight 2 times a year. You can't compare the two.
All I'm saying,
can't compare that.
I haven't seen every one of Sugar Ray's fight.
I'm just saying, I thought a very entertaining fight was Zepeda, and you did not watch, and you sitting here trying to tell me that my style is boring, and I disagree with you.
Rebuttal. The rebuttal to that is, well, that's because all of the previous fights that you've been having was boring to us. That's what the rebuttal should be from Shannon right now. So I don't want to continue to, you know what I'm saying? You're proving my point, is that I don't necessarily care for, and if you've given me a one-off, and you think that that is the way that we as fans are supposed to consume what it is that you do, I would be fight back.
The fights that I've seen.
Then if you're not paying attention, you're not doing your homework, and it brings me back to square one that you don't do enough homework on the sport of boxing to talk on the sport of boxing.
I ask you a simple question. I say, are there any other fighters that's retired that said your style isn't entertaining? You hopped all around that question.
I said there's 100 fighters that say my style is entertaining. Why do you think a guy like Floyd Mayweather called me little TBE? I could show you him telling me this personally, or Terrence Crawford or Andre Ward. All these great fighters surrounding me talk to me about my style, and you saying here telling me I'm supposed to take your opinion serious?
You don't have to. It's my opinion.
I know. You bad at homework. It brings me back to square one. You get on your homework
so let me ask you a question.
Every time you do your homework.
Let me ask you a question. I just want to ask you one question. There's no fighter that's good, that's won a world championship, that's retired, that says your fights isn't entertaining.
I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not. I don't know the answer to that.
But you can tell me.
I don't pay attention to it.
All the good things that people are saying. You can tell me what Bud said. You can tell me what Floyd said. You can tell me what Andre Ward said. But you can't tell me any negative. So it tells.
Even if you're right, but you're right, Comrade Coop. If you feel like the people, you could feel like you win in the debate, but the sentiment could be that you lose in the debate. One of the things that you want to do is you want to maintain frame, because a debate is for the entirety of y'all having a conversation. You only need your opponent to slip up one time before you absolutely put your foot on their neck. Even if it seems like, you know what, they've been doing well, they hanging in there, they made a couple points, so on and so forth. All you got to do is just sit and wait. Sometimes you have to adjust. Sometimes you got to let them talk a little bit more. Sometimes you wait and then you pounce on something that they say, and then you turn the conversation completely into something different based off of something that they say. You got to maintain frame. You can't let your emotions control you. And you walk them down. You drive the conversation. You don't let them drive you into the conversation.
It tells me that you surround, and that's how we are.
Yeah.
We consume the news.
I'm surrounded. Finish your sentence.
That's favorable to us.
You about to say a cap sentence. I'm surrounded by what?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying you consume the positive news. And so if somebody says something that you don't want to hear, you assume, well, I don't value your opinion because you're not a boxing aficionado.
I assume that you don't know shit about boxing. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
You don't know anything about basketball, but you got an opinion on it.
I don't try to debate. If I'm sitting here with Kawhi Leonard, I wouldn't try to debate with Kawhi Leonard about basketball. Because I'm not that ignorant.
So I can't have an opinion about
what I'm trying to tell you is you're being ignorant. That's it.
I get all that. That's fine.
That's saying somebody is ignorant is the most is usually I'm gonna do it culturally. It's a person's, especially a black person's, Achilles heel. Saying somebody is ignorant is the ultimate trump card. It's like having an ace of spades, because most people don't know how to react to it. Most people don't understand what that means. Saying somebody is ignorant just means that they don't know better about what they're talking about in the subject. But most people, especially black people, take that as an insult. They'll say, oh, who they think is disrespect. They think you disrespecting them by saying that you're ignorant. No, saying that you're ignorant means that you don't know. But disrespecting somebody is insulting them. So a lot of people will take that to mean that I'm not smart, you calling me stupid. No, and contextually, this is why Shakur is whooping ass right now. Contextually, Shakur is right Because what Shakur has basically demonstrated is that, well, you don't technically know as much as you think you know about boxing and the styles and the names and the verbiage. And it doesn't mean that Shannon doesn't know boxing or that he doesn't love boxing or that he can't have an opinion. But what that does, and honestly, this is key. I'm watching this in real time, right? I'm reacting to this in real time. I haven't previously watched this. This is key. How Shannon Sharpe reacts to this statement. Because Shakur combating, what Shannon should do is just completely ignore what Shakur said and don't even react to the idea that he just said he's ignorant. Or he can ask for additional context and say, well, ignorant with regard to what? And then he can correct it because the audience may be ignorant to what he's doing. He could say, well, yeah, ignorant with regard to how technical you are in boxing because that's you the expert in it, just like I'm the expert in football. But if Shannon reacts and think that he's being disrespectful by saying that he's ignorant, it's over. It's over. It's over. Most people get offended and they think that that you're disrespect. They saying that you're stupid and it's disrespectful instead of just saying that you don't know any better. And how you react to it, especially if you're emotional, can determine what happens after that.
That's why
you're being ignorant.
He said it again. Shannon apparently wasn't gonna bite at it, but he said it again. So he baiting him. He's double baiting him.
Shakur, book ignorant is something that should never come out of your mouth because you don't have a degree.
Okay.
I run circles around you in the classroom.
Brother, I don't give a fuck about a classroom.
I've never called you ignorant. I've never called you ignorant.
That is the thing that people get caught up every single time. Book ignorant because you don't have a degree. Not knowing has nothing to do with the level of education that you have. Hook, line, and sinker. Not knowing about something has nothing to do about book smarts, the type of degrees that you have, education, all of this. It has nothing to do with it whatsoever. Doesn't even have anything to do with how smart you are. You could be an expert in this, but it doesn't mean that you're a smart person.
On the planet that has not finished high school or finished school that is smarter than the book smart motherfucker.
They didn't call me ignorant. You did. Be respectful.
You're being ignorant when it comes to the sport of boxing.
That's
what you're being ignorant. I'm not calling you ignorant as a person. I'm calling you ignorant when it comes to the sport of boxing.
And talk about ignorant.
You are in boxing. You are in boxing.
Talk about boxing.
You're ignorant about all sports.
I don't care. I'm not trying to be the smartest nigga about all sports. You're trying to be smart about boxing.
You're not the smartest boxer.
I'm not the smartest boxer. I'm a way smarter boxer than your favorite fighter.
You don't know.
And he laughing too. That mean he comfortable. He feeling good. He feeling like he winning and beating you down, and now he giggling.
Everybody is.
I don't have to know.
You don't. I tell you what.
Don't be mad at me because you get
This is what I do.
You got to F. That's it. You got to F.
F what?
In boxing.
Yeah. I got
in boxing. Yes, you got to.
I have an opinion about my style and what I like to see.
And you can have your opinion.
I didn't try to say, would you this, you that.
You can have your opinion. I don't have no problems with your
facts, Will Nola, 100%.
Yeah, I think that. No,
yes,
I don't.
You just called me ignorant, but
I said you're ignorant in the sport of boxing. I done told you this 100 times.
Which
whether you want to hear
it's my opinion.
In boxing, you are ignorant.
It's my opinion.
And I stand by
opinion. It's my opinion. You got upset because I don't fall in praise you. Your style is boring to me.
You're not really hearing me.
Your style's still boring.
You're being ignorant because
I'm listening.
You're thinking that I'm calling you ignorant as a person, and I'm not talking about you as a person of being ignorant. I'm speaking far as your boxing knowledge and what you're talking about in the sport of boxing. You're ignorant.
Listen. I'm not a soccer aficionado. I know I like Messi style.
That's cool. But if you speak on Messi and you start talking to Messi and tells Messi, oh, this is that, Messi will call you ignorant in his sport too.
No, Ocho and I.
Do I got any white flags somewhere around here? Wave the white flag, bro. White flag. White flag.
Get into the debate all the time about Ronaldo and Messi. Ocho say, it's hard to say Messi ain't the GOAT, but I like Ronaldo's style. His style is more conducive to what I like to see. That's what Ocho said. I didn't say, Ocho, you
No, when you say the style is boring, you're giving an opinion on something that, to me, I feel is very ignorant, especially if you say Teofimo was my most entertaining fight after I just fought Williams of Pater right before his Teofimo fight. And if you didn't see it, that means you didn't do your homework. So you bring me back to square one at all times. You get an F when we're talking about the sport of boxing.
I'll take the F, but I'm not allowed to have an opinion.
No, you can have an opinion. Everybody can do their homework, but if they get an F, they get an F.
So why are you so upset
I'm
about
not
my
upset
opinion?
about your opinion. I told you this. No,
You
I'm
are.
not. I'm debating with you. Don't get mad that I'm debating with you.
Okay,
I'm
we
kicking back at
can have a debate, but then you say my boxing is. But I'm not trying to say you're the greatest lightweight or
You
this
don't have
guy's
to.
better than you.
You don't
or
have
that
to.
guy. I just said your style.
Yes,
Shakur.
and you get an F. When you tell me that my fight with Teofimo was the most entertaining.
You know what this remind me of? This remind me of a conversation when Floyd was going back and forth with Skip, or when T.O. was going back and forth with Skip Bayless. I don't know if y'all remember that old footage. Terrell Owens had pulled up on, I think it was First Take at the time because it was on ESPN. And Terrell Owens actually had got into a conversation with Skip Bayless, and I was like, whoa. And Floyd, I remember when Floyd had did an interview. No, it wasn't with Skip. Floyd had did an interview with another somebody else on ESPN, and he was schooling them. He was schooling them. It wasn't with Skip. It was T.O. and Skip, and then it was Floyd with somebody else. And it was like, whoa, okay, hold on for a second. Hold on.
Fight compared to my fight with Williams and Pater. Because you didn't watch.
Hey, can I say something?
Go ahead, Ocho.
Hey, hold on. Real quick. Can I say something? Both of you are going back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Both of you are going back and forth about boxing.
Hey, Ocho came in to save him. He was like, hey, let me go ahead and give you a lifeline out here.
Words, some of the things you're saying to each other, but both of you have opinions. Everything y'all talk about is based on opinion.
That's all I'm saying, Ocho.
What you're saying to him is an opinion based on how you feel he fights and the way he thinks about your description on his fighting style being boring. The ignorant part is also an opinion on how he thinks about how you fight, how he fights. So we going in circles about the same thing.
That's all I'm saying. That'd be like saying, Joe, who your favorite rapper? Man, Joe, you ignorant on rap. Because Joe's opinion, he might like Tupac.
No, but when you start actually talking to a rapper about the thing that they're an expert in, then that's a different. When you debate with the rapper about what they're an expert in, you go into a whole nother situation. There's one thing to say this is what my opinion is, or this is how I feel about a situation. But when you start talking about the technical aspects of it, and if you're not even familiar with whatever it is that they did, then it becomes a different conversation.
He might like Hove. He might like Drake. He might like Kenya. Because I disagree with his opinion, I'm saying
but if you talk to fucking Jay-Z at the time and you're sitting there talking exactly. You talking to the best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. You got to hear yourself. That's who you talking to. Put some respect on my name when you talking. That's all I ask.
Take your L, Shannon.
Oh, whoa. I've given you respect. Shakur, all I've said, I have every go back and look. I say I said he can fight. He's great. I said you don't win belts in 4 different weight classes and not be tremendous. But I say that style is appealing to me.
I'm just saying you don't have an educated opinion. That's it. You don't have an educated opinion.
Okay, I like that.
I
like that. That's a better one. Hey, honestly, I think y'all should fight in real life. Honestly, that's how y'all should settle
fight. I got grandkids.
Well, hey, I got you. I got you. I got you.
But if he fight Tank.
No. Hey, hold on.
You keep saying that. I swear to God, when the fight happens, I better see you. I better see you. I want to see you front row. I want you to sit front row and watch it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Who that? When you fight Tank?
When the fight happens, I want you to sit front row.
All right.
That's it.
I'll be there.
How you just skip over?
Nah.
Because he ain't gonna make no money if you up.
Oh no, we just sparring. Hey, tell Bud come with you so I can give him a few rounds.
Leave Bud alone.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it was all in good fun. I don't think that it's personal. I don't think that Shannon Sharpe loses anything about it. As a matter of fact, I think that this is probably a great thing for Nightcap, for Shannon Sharpe, all of that. Sometimes even taking an L is a dub because it happens on your platform and it creates a lot more visibility. It doesn't take anything away from you. So I think that people need to also not be tripping so much about losing or, being made the fun of the joke or whatever. As long as you don't take it personal and it's not, it don't go to a point to where it affects you outside of you being on a platform, then it's a dub no matter what. Everybody wins. Nightcap goes viral again. They get more visibility. They get, this is a win. It's a win. Even a loss is a win when you are the person that is making money and getting more visibility and going viral as a result of it. It's still a win. It's still a dub, no matter what. So that's how I look at it. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Greg AB says you should react to Nick Shirley interviewing an entitled migrant going crazy in Chinatown, NYC. Well, send it to me and I'll react to it this afternoon. Jay says watching the Conor fight this weekend. Who you got? I would like to go to the Conor fight. Actually, let me see something really quickly. I've never actually been to a UFC fight before. It's in Vegas, right? Let me see something. The way my checking and savings is set up, though. It's at T-Mobile Arena, Ticketmaster. You know how you know something is expensive? They don't even put the prices on that joint. Mobile and $40,000 a ticket? Nah, no way. No way, no way, no way. For ringside G and C, 40,000 is the top amount for a ticket, and that ain't even row A. That's row B. I could be in row C and pay $5,000 a ticket. Cause you're gonna pay $10,000 for 2 tickets. So if you get the 40,000 tickets, you're paying $80K to see Conor McGregor. I wouldn't pay $80,000 to see Conor. I ain't pay that to see Floyd and Pacquiao. Nah. Let me see something. There's got to be some better seats than this. Let me get off of this. 1,400. Yeah, I don't want to go though unless I could sit close though. So, nah, I don't know about that. I can't imagine paying $40,000 a ticket. I think the max that I would pay for a Conor fight to be close is maybe 10, 8 to 10. That's it. But I don't really care about UFC enough to pay that amount. I would pay for I don't know, bro. That's a lot. They said you got it, big dog. That don't want to spend it on it. Oh, man. Nah, I don't know about that one, bro. That's tomorrow, too. What's the tickets? What's the flights? Oh, let's do this. You gotta have something nice with you. $3,600 for first class round trip. Is that both or is that for just one? Oh, we're not doing no AM flights. That's not bad. $3,700 for 2 tickets. That's not bad at all. You could risk it, just get upgraded, but I don't know. It's not bad at all. Could figure that out. Let's see something. Hold on. Where do you want to stay at? I prefer Badara. Might have to call a host. See what's going on. I don't even want to pay $29. How about that? I don't even want to pay that. So I don't know. We will find out. We will see what's happening in these streets, man. Anyways. Better off having a watch party at the crib. Where we watching it at? Where we watching it at? Shout out to Jay. I appreciate you. Down South says Future's new album is 1,000,000,000 times better than Drake's new album. Pluto saved the number. I'm gonna listen to it in a little bit after I take a nap. Unc is Slimmy and Shakur is Molly. Y'all crazy. Y'all wow. Shout out to Johnny Mac. Shout out to everybody that support the platform. Vlog it if you go. The fight that's not worth it. If the tickets is that high. Where are we watching it at? Watching it on the new channel. I want to watch it on the new channel. On the new Darth Anton channel. I got some announcements that I'm going to drop inside of the Patreon of all of the new stuff that we got going on. So we own it. All right. Any other thoughts before we get up out of here? Dang, we still almost did 4 hours. I didn't even expect to do 4 hours. Oh, is the Jay-Z concert this weekend? Yo, it's too much going on, bro. It's too much going on. After I take a nap is wild verbiage. I haven't been asleep last night. Bro, I jumped off the live stream at whatever time that we got off the live stream. I got back to working. And then I went straight into live streaming this morning. And so I need to take a couple hour nap. I don't think that that's unreasonable. I don't think that that's unreasonable. I don't think it's unreasonable at all. What up, Mimi? What time is the Patreon this weekend? I was thinking about possibly doing a show. I don't know. I'm gonna drop it in the Patreon. All right. So turn on your notifications if you're in the Patreon. I need to take a nap first and clear my mind because I'm not thinking clearly right now. See, Mimi just now woke up. I'm running off for like 36 hours, no sleep. Your car, no misses going forward. 9 today, and then every single day going forward until we get to where we want to be. All right? Had to focus on some other stuff, but every day we not missing going forward. All right? Yeah, I am. I'm exhausted. But I need to sleep in a bed. Like, I don't want to sleep over there. I need to sleep in a bed. So I'm about to go and sleep in the bed somewhere. I got to find somebody's bed to sleep in real quick. And I'll go from there. I got a question before I get off, though. I got a quick question before I get off. If I have a unofficial, like for the people that's in the city and stuff like that, because I know we got the 25th coming up in DC and stuff, but if I invite y'all to my rooftop, y'all coming through? I had some food, I had some music, some food, some accommodations, good energy. And I ain't talking about like right now. I'm talking about like spirit of moment on the weekend. Let's say I tell y'all, hey man, y'all coming through. This is come to the rooftop or whatever. Obviously, I wouldn't say it on the Millionaire Morning Show or the Anton Daniels channel. I would say it in the Patreon, right? If I say, hey, come party on the rooftop with me, You know what I'm saying? It's going to be good vibes, good energy. Y'all coming? Y'all come through? No, in Detroit, on my rooftop. It blow your mind. It blow your mind, your car. It will blow your mind. Now, I wouldn't charge nothing. I would just say tip the valet. Just make sure you tip your valet drivers, and then we just come and have a good time. I never charge. Y'all coming through? I bet. It's a good time. It's dope. All right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. All week we killed it. And we own it. All right? No sleep time. Has to get some sleep, though. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute. Shout out to Greg. Greg says, AD like Elon sleeping in the factory till it's done. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Shout out to Marty. What up, Marty? Says, thank you for being a great example. #Chasers. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Also, thank you to Teach Henley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. We love you, Teach. Thank you for holding us down. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of rest. I'm going to sleep for like a couple hours, and then I'm going to get back to it. I love y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.